Good morning, Sassy fam. Welcome to your Sunday check-in. I hope you're well. I hope you're fabulous. Today's check-in is for yours and theirs. Like always with yours and theirs, take what resonates, leave it does not, and reverse those energies as you see fit. More so with readings like yours and theirs, its energy exchange and interchange is real, rapid, and fluid. Also, keeping in mind, your person that I see on this board today, might include or involve the energies of a significant other, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, lover, ex of 5 years ago. I never know until the cards are on the table. But I would also ask you to include the possibility of my seeing other things for you, such as work stuff, life stuff, family stuff, spiritual stuff, all the other stuff. Like I said, I'm just as like to see it. But like always, default, take what resonates, leave what does not. Well now, yours truly, as we speak, we are in the car, my daughter and I, and we are traveling to our, what has become essentially an annual beach trip, at least once a year, at least. We are en route as we speak. Now, obviously, we have coverage today for Sunday check-in. Yay. And then I'm also happy to report I had the extra time to create additional messages for all next week. You will have full coverage next week, and they will be the Celtic Cross readings. And while we have a moment, I thought, wouldn't it be nice to share some old photos from my previous beach vacations? I thought you might get a kick out of these, because yours truly does have fun. Scorpios, we have such a serious reputation, but I want you to know, when it's time to open up and have fun, you will find us there. Here's your evidence. As you can see, I enjoy a variety of things whilst on vacation. Everything from beach volleyball, to a little bit of light surfing. Oh yeah, wandering too. I'm a wonder bug. Love to walk around. Love to take in the sights. Oh yeah, a little sand, a little surf. I'm good. I'm all good, baby. I tell you what, I'm a water creature at heart, and I got to connect to that at least once a year. Speaking of schedule, I'm already getting the questions. Christina, when is the next 3-month overview? I know, thank you, I appreciate that. A channel favorite, absolutely. Those are slated for later in June, and they will cover July, August, September. Oh my God, no way! I will see you. Where will I see you? I will see you next week for your Celtic Cross readings. You have a great rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Take care. Be well. Leo, you're first. Show me Leo in their person, please. What's going on? Show me Leo. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board. But as I explained in the intro, reverse energies as you see fit. Seven of Cups, Nine of Wands, Page of Swords. Alrighty. The Magician, the Moon, the Sun. Interesting. Any shared here? That's you. Strength, Ace of Wands, Two of Wands. Okay. I got you. All right. Overview. Yeah, I know you're gorgeous, honey. I know you're hot. I know you're gorgeous. I know you're sexy. Your energy's up. It is up. Part of it is that it wants to feel good, glamorous, seen, visible, and another part of you is kind of agitated and pissed off. See, I got Leo in a mixed mood today, and that's okay. I know that you want to speak the language of fire, warm, passionate, confident. Okay, I get that. I do. And another part of you is like, ugh, over here. Seven of Cups, Nine of Wands, Page of Swords. It's like, yeah, I'm open to exploring feelings, options, all that jazz, but it's like, I don't like anything I'm interacting with or is trying to interact with me. I'm not interested. I'm not feeling it. Ugh, garbage. Ugh, garbage. It's like I'm trying, Christina. I'm putting it out there. Okay, I'm putting out my best vibes, and the return is awful. I don't. It's like 0 out of 10. I do not recommend. It's like options. Ugh. Now, Seven of Cups isn't just options in love, just the willingness to be open at all, to try to allow yourself to be available. You're like, I don't like anything that's out here. I'm not gonna lie. Leo says, I'm not into it. Nine of Wands, Page of Swords. Yeah, you have kind of a small opinion of what you're experiencing, and it's like, I'm not going to look into this further. Okay, so whatever it is you're currently doing that would suggest being open, that would suggest being available, that would suggest exploring options, You're like, I've seen enough. I've seen enough. I've seen what's out here. I ain't feeling it. Page of Swords, it's like you're not impressed. That's what it is. That's what you're telling me. You're not impressed. Do you want to be? Mm-hmm. Are you? Mm-mm. It's like, I've seen what's out there. It's not for me. Block. And it's like you're not giving it another thought. And to be clear, that's not you spying or observing. It's really just how much you are minimizing this whole thing. So Page of Swords is the seed of an idea. It's like, I don't want to look into this further. You've been very clear. All right. All right, I got you. So whatever this current batch of emotional elements represents to you, you don't like it. It was not a good batch, Leo says. Okay. The Magician, the Moon, the Sun will hold on to your hat because we're not done yet. At least you're not. The Sun, the Moon, that's a beautiful combination backed up with the Magician. This person, whomever they are, they have yet to come through. They coming. The energy's coming, Leo, honey, I promise. They want something beautiful, magnificent. I just see them searching. Spiritually, they're searching. It's kind of like saying, I'm searching for my divine counterpart, my divine equal. So the Sun and the Moon is that rare combination in tarot that suggests balance, but it's the kind that's unexpected. It's the kind that says, I didn't know, that I needed this until it's here in my life. So in some way, their soul is looking for their divine counterpart, but they don't know what that is. They haven't met you yet. That's going to change. The Strength, that's you, darling. 8 of Wands, 2 of Wands. Conversations flying back and forth. Who starts it, who prompts it, could be you. That's technically your power card. Hello. If you're new to tarot, this is you, darling. Okay? 8 of Wands, 2 of Wands. So here, active conversation. Once it starts, it's going to flow from that point forward. So back and forth. So this is, I want to almost say an undiscovered element, but it's a person. Their energy searching too. All right. I want my person, the correct person, the one that will balance me out, the one that's right for me. It's that very open-ended manifestation, one that I personally agree with. You're much more likely to get better results with manifesting from a place of what's right for me. I would like to discover that. I make no assumptions, right? I don't have an exact image of what this person should look like. I'm just open. I'm open to the correct match, and that's a great way to approach it. It really is. Because when you go into manifestation, specifically around this idea of love, and you start to fill it in with somebody's profile picture, then that suggests you already know who they are. And good luck. They have to share the frequency. So it's better to keep it open-ended. Dear universe, I want someone who's right for me. Someone who's going to balance out my life, right, and represent happiness, and I can be that person for them. So I like this. I'm very agreeable to it. I believe you are as well, because boom, we're talking right over here. Yeah, this is new. This is persons unknown. That's beautiful. So that works out, because what you were trying to connect with, no, Leo is not impressed. No. All right. We're going to keep your advice to a minimum. Looks like you don't need too much help there. Once you two start talking, great. Take it from there and flow with it. I'll tell you what, you like it though. It's the first time I see wand. It's the first time I see your fire go positive. Stopped being negative over here. You've got a particular glam, right? If not your physical profile, then your energetic one. You've got that style. You've got that energy. You want someone to recognize your glow and not to provoke your negative energy there. 6 of Swords, Ace of Cups, 5 of Swords. I don't blame you. It's like people out here telling false stories and bullshit. 6 of Swords, Ace of Cups, 5. It's kind of like you're saying, I got to leave this behind. My searching for love is not a good time. It's provoking in you a sense of self-sabotage. All the more reason to get out of there, especially if you're kind of in that position where you feel like you need to keep pushing yourself to explore an option in love. If you feel like you are doing that, maybe I should stay in there. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm the one that's got it wrong. Maybe maybe I'm not understanding the situation. No, you are. So if you're trying to sit there and tell yourself to stay in this, keep exploring it, no. That's how you are directly leading yourself into self-sabotage. And you know that. You know that. That's why you're putting a stop to it. The Six of Swords. I don't want to keep exploring this because it's going to come back on me in all the wrong ways. I know it's wrong. Don't get it twisted up in your head, Leo. It is what it is. It's not the right one. But you're mad. You're mad. You're frustrated. It's like, I opened up for this. Nah. So yeah, anytime. This is how you know self-sabotage is kicking around. Should I guess I'll go ahead and keep, no, stop. You're splintering, right? You're crossing your own line. When you have to talk yourself into or out of anything, stop, okay? So yes, for those of you who are like, I'm done pursuing that, done, then let it be done. You're right. And I'm glad, because if you hadn't stopped pursuing this, you wouldn't have been able to tune into this over here. So that's good. Okay. I got to be honest with you, this looks very distracting. And I don't want you to miss this signal. But yeah, move away from it. If it feels like self-sabotage, if it feels like you're in a position where you're having to force yourself to lean into an emotional direction that you know you're not feeling, then stop. You shouldn't have to. Or if you feel in any way that you are being manipulated, get out of there. Three Swords, the Star. I know you hope for so much more, and you should do, and I don't want you to lose sight of that vision. I don't want you to lose sight of that dream. I know you know what it is to have heartbreak, and you have overcome that, I am sure, more than once in your life. That has not stopped you from desiring more from yourself or for yourself, nor should it. Okay? People who are defeated by rejection, you've met them. Nothing ever works out. It's always going to end up like this. Those are people who have been defeated by rejection because they refuse to learn from it. Instead of looking about what went right, they focus on exclusively what went wrong. So what happened for you that was right? You understand it was a bad situation, so you got out of there. That's what you did what was right. And you prevented a lot of self-damage and recognizing it. So good for you, huh? But no, I don't want you to lose faith in your dreams and your visions of more. Specifically your visions of love. Okay. Six of Cups, and Four of Pentacles, and Death. Okay. So this also, in the greater scheme of things, represents you're letting something go. Someone that you've known perhaps for a while, and perhaps you thought it would go there. Perhaps you identify them as being important or unique to you via a soul bond, but you're saying Four of Pentacles, Death, it's time I let them go. I can't continue, nor can I afford to continue to keep them in my life. It is not love, not like that. It's not going to go down that road, and frankly, I'm at that point where I don't want it to, even if it was a viable option. I got you. So as you continue to exit this is going to become more apparent no later than your season. And I mean no later than your season. Someone's manifesting, they're manifesting the idea of someone like you. Your energy, your style, your personhood, your character, your traits. Okay? It's an open-ended manifestation. The communication will flow when it's time to flow. I wish I could see more about them, but they're not visible yet. That's what I'm saying. No later than your season. If I were to hazard a guess, around the moon cycles. So we're already past the 31st. Yes, we're past the 31st. The next one would be June 29th, I believe. But there you go. I think you can measure this reading by the moons. I do. Okay. I know it got the cut. I know it got the X. I know. You got Scorpio in your chart? It's kind of giving me that vibe today. You let me know if that's you, honey. Yeah, no, this is the harvest. Whatever was going to come from that. Yeah. We're not going to commit to this further. Here we have the Institute. The Institute of values, commitment. Okay. The higher ground of authority. Yeah, we can't continue to commit to this or find value in it or find personal authority in it. A great fortune for some of you. I think if that is a valid drop, I'm not convinced it was, so I put it back. But in terms of great fortune, if we're looking at this in terms of success, then later. Still within the 26th of this year. I'm sorry. You know what I mean. 2026. All right, let's pull some coffee cup. So we have there 19, 10. House. Relocation home, some of you, FYI, might be considering new endeavors around realty. I'm having an interesting day today with language. Your properties. Home purchasing, for some of you, might be relocating. Some of you might think about purchasing a new home. But yeah, or some of you are very settled in where you are, and that's non-negotiable. But your home, for some of you, is very important to you. Or you might have told yourself, I'm going to start looking for someone closer to home, something like that. Birds, news, messages. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Beautiful. Right there. Yeah. I'd say over the next month or so. Well, you've already made a decision here, so I'm not going to push it further with these oracles. Okay. You've already made the decision to let this person go, pursue it no further, and that it would only cost you if you continue to do that. And you don't want to incur any more cost with this connection. It's not worth it to you. And it's not worth it to your peace of mind, your sense of self, your sense of self-worth. Yeah. No. You're done. You're done with that one. But I promise you got something good coming through in time. Okay, one letter, Z. Interesting. We have the medallions of Leah. What is going on with me? Is some of you, your names might be Leah, let me know. It doesn't have to be. I meant to say Libra. Libra, Sag, Virgo, double Libra actually, and Capricorn. Double Sag. I'll tell you what, look at that. Double Sag, double Libra. A dash of Capricorn. You might have these very strong placements in your chart. In some way could be connecting to this person, upcoming, yet to be revealed, but just FYI. And yes, that's right, you do have the key. For any given situation, remember that you have the key to lock, unlock any situation, but you are not a victim. You can let yourself out of a situation. You can make those decisions. The key is power. Okay? All right, Leo, honey, I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Sag, what's up? Show me Sagittarius and their person, please. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, but as I explained in the intro, reverse energies as you see fit. The Chariot, Ten of Swords, okay. The Hierophant, yeah, all right. Over here, Two of Wands, the Fool, Two of Pentacles, okay. Eight of Swords, Page of Swords, Five of Cups. Yeah, someone's getting lost to the past a little bit. One of you is aware of it. You both reflect on the same difficult memories, confusion, but somebody here is getting lost to the past. Overview, Page of Wands, say it, and I don't think it's you. And I know that doesn't seem impressive, Page of Wands, but it's your willingness to be open over a painful subject. The Chariot, Ten of Swords, the Hierophant. Despite the hardship here, despite the pain and disappointment, you're saying, I'm willing to move forward. I'm willing to proceed. I commit to that, the Hierophant. So this might represent commitment to you as in marital, or it's just your commitment to moving forward despite the issues, the problems. Now, Ten of Swords is no guarantee of an ending. I need to see more than that. It can be a precursor, certainly, but it always, bare minimum, says pain. A lot of it. Disappointment. Sometimes it leans into betrayal. But the sense is that we're on the bleeding edge here. Okay? Between having hope to ending this. And you're leaning towards hope. And Chariot, 10 of Swords, the Hierophant. I commit to moving forward despite the pain. What say ye? And they're like, well, I don't quite know. 2 of Wands, the Fool, 2 of Pentacles. They're still in a place of processing if they want to remain open to this. And if so, what does that mean? What does that look like? And what are they prepared to give to this? They're still figuring it out. I think it's taking a bit longer than expected. Because you're like, I know what I want to do. I know what I'm prepared to do. How about you? And they're like, Because I see the decision here. They understand, the Fool, to be open to this, right? It's not in the position of new. It's to remain open to this situation as the Fool. Take a chance on this. Continue to remain open to it. 2 of Pentacles. I don't know. Now we're hesitating pretty heavily here. 8 of Swords, Page of Swords, 5 of Cups, and I see why. Like I said, you're both aware of the pain. You're both aware of the past disappointments. You're both aware to the extent of the outstanding confusion between you two. It's just one person here is getting lost to the past instead of learning from it. So here's the thing with the 5 of Cups. It can be very seductive, and I know it doesn't seem that way, but it is. People have a tendency to get lost to the past and the pain that can be found there and reminisce in it. This happened, and this happened, and this happened, and this happened. And that's why I say it can be very seductive. Pain can be very seductive. And living in the past, particularly the painful elements, can keep you from making decisions that are good for you in the present. And that's exactly where they are. They started out with making a decision in the present. Don't dismiss that 2 of Wands. That's good, present, here and now energy. The Fool, the willingness to open up. They had that initial inclination, and now they're starting to pull back and doubt themselves. 2 of Pentacles, I don't know. Someone here, and I believe it's them, is getting lost to the past. Okay? Learn from it, don't get lost to it. Because then we can't make decisions in the present that could therefore affect our future. Yours is positive forward. I'm not surprised you're sad. When you know what it is that you want to do, you move forward accordingly. You're also saying, hey, commitment. I said I was going to move forward. I would do my part. I mean it. I'm here. They need to catch up to you. And if they're not willing to catch up to you, what does that mean? Let's get some advice. And if they're looking at the past and they're so preoccupied with it that they're not convinced that they can continue to have a future with you, that's something that needs to be addressed, owned, and held accountable for. Don't linger. Don't delay. That's horrible. These kind of decisions, folks, they take 2. Knight of Swords, 3 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. I know, I see your willingness. Your willingness to keep this together. 3 of Cups, you've talked about this. Knight of Swords, there it is again. Very clear communication, action, intents are set. Ace of Pentacles. I'm willing to see this as a brand new opportunity between us to keep it together. Like literally keep it together. To continue to honor the best of us. Okay? Ace of Pentacles. So to be clear, it's not new. It's reinvesting in what's already here. Okay? It kind of like restoring it to its former glory. Ace of Pentacles. Okay. You did your bit. You're willing to commit to it. 3 of Swords. There it is again. The Fool. 3 of Swords. The Fool. The Tower. Okay. Don't be surprised if they change their mind. I know they gave you the initial... Yeah, I feel like we can move forward, and now they're starting to withdraw and backtrack and over-process it. Don't be surprised if they change their mind on the direction of their energy. You both have this idea of clean slate, fresh slate. you going back to the drawing board on this initial opportunity and keeping it revived, making the best of it. They said the same thing. It's just in the version of the Fool. Not new beginnings, but approaching this idea of you and I as clean slate, taking a chance on each other again, moving forward. It's almost like they remembered, oh yeah, pain. I still have a lot of pain here. 10 of Swords, 3 of Swords, and then 5 of Cups. So now we're backtracking on all the stuff that went wrong previously. And we're kind of dwelling in that. So listen, if they're afraid to continue to go forward with you and fear of being hurt or continuously being hurt in this connection, whatever generated that 3 of Swords, whatever generated that 10 of Swords, they need to come to terms with that, because you can't live on I don't knows and half-hearted commitments, okay? That's just the way of it. But yeah, if they change their mind, you need to know. It reminds me of that Tom Petty song. I need to know. Baby, I need to know. If you think you're going to leave, then you better say so. That's what I'm saying. We need to get to that point, because you made your side remarkably clear. Theirs was almost clear and then started to pull backwards. This is a problem. I don't want them to do anything that's not right for them, but that's the point. They got to figure out what is right for them. Right? Because they're going to say step up to the plate and move forward, and you're not getting that same conviction. You too need to figure out what the heck is going on, the truth of it. But yeah, we're dwelling a lot on past features, and it's almost like you held out your hand spiritually and said, clean slate, you and me. Let's move this thing forward. And they went, yeah. Okay. Little hesitation over this kind of stuff, normal, right? You have these big incidences and these connections, these 10 of Swords, these 3 of Swords. I got it. You have these Tower moments. Yeah. Therefore, it is perfectly reasonable, rational, to discuss whether or not we should continue to proceed. Is this going to happen again? Yes or no? Can I take a chance on you or us again? Yes or no? Right? But now we're thinking about changing our mind, because there was an initial answer there. So that's why I'm concerned. That's all. So if you feel, see, there's that Ace of Pentacles again. In terms of renewing this opportunity, remember, aces can stand for renewal, not just new. And Coffin. Yeah, their doubts are going to start to affect you, and you're going to start to have doubts too. Don't be surprised when you see the way they're hesitating and pulling back. You're like, okay, well, I'm going to retract. That's matching energies, and it's perfectly understandable. You might do that, yeah. So that 10 of Swords might become an actual long-term feature of an ending, certainly. Let's keep this in mind, please. This is not to hurt you or make you feel threatened. It's for those who needed to hear it. That's all. So if you don't resonate, do as advised. Check your other placements. You will find yourself in there somewhere. Okay? 2719. It's a possibility. I'm going to pull some of those oracles for you. We'll get there. First, a little bit of the coffee cup here. I would love to have a word with oracle and tarot deck creators about the interesting design choice that is a circle, triangles, hexagons. I've seen them all. I've worked with a lot of them. It's interesting choice. Luck, money, wisdom keeper. I know you're smart. Know your worth. If you're smart, wisdom keeper, whale. Know your worth. Remember that. You extended a beautiful offer, and I know you're prepared to back it up. But know your worth. You're wise. Okay? Yeah. You seem to think of this connection in terms of investment and worth. Remember that. Remember that. You have a lot to offer. Does this person understand that? Or are you two continuing to be worth it with each other together? Okay. But wisdom keeper, whale, absolutely. Be smart, be wise. What's going on here? Possibilities, boundaries, not enough Not enough possibilities. Boundaries. What is going on here? Well, the possibilities here matches that Fool once more. Yes, taking a risk, being open, free-spirited. But boundaries, I don't know if that's enough. Is someone not agreeing to boundaries, outlines to prevent future damage? Chemistry. It's still there. The chemistry, the attraction, the spark is still there. I know, that's what the hope is for you. But hey, you know what? Remember, you have boundaries too. If you understand that this is crossing your boundaries regarding commitments, this kind of pulling back, then understand that you have a boundary too. Okay, what do we have here? Stress. Yeah, it's the word stress. A lot of stress around this. But drawing the line, enough is enough. Know when enough is enough. Don't get caught up in a cycle of waiting. Okay? Are we open to this, yes or no? I still have the spark for this. I understand this is a stressful situation. Okay? But that's why we need to rise to the challenge, not shrink away from it. Have boundaries. Know when enough is enough. Are they going to be open to this or not? Yes or no? Okay? You have standards too. And I know that they're afraid of any further issues around the Ten of Swords, Three of Swords, etc. But that's the whole point of understanding if we should continue to proceed. Okay? That's the whole point. That's covered, that's covered. Yeah, but stress. Says tension, turbulence, upheaval. 2 Qs, C, I. We have the medallion of Capricorn, Pisces, and Taurus. Well, Taurus, I'm not surprised that's there. But yeah, you might have these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to, and then the season might be important to you. Capricorn and Pisces is way further out, but that's not to say something serious or critical didn't happen in Taurus season, which we just exited. Okay? All right, Saggy honey, I do hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aries. What's up? Show me Aries, please. Alrighty. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board. But as I explained in the intro, reverse energies as you see fit. Temperance. Judgment. Look at you. 9 of Pentacles. Oh, enjoy that. Gorgeous. Over here, 5 of Wands, 10 of Wands. Oh my. Knights of Pentacles. Huh. Shared. Emperor. That's you, darling. Queen of Swords. 10 of Swords. You don't seem to be interested. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, time is catching up to you, and you're in such a good place. I really want you to stay here and thrive in this and relish in this. You deserved it. Time is on your side. It's catching up to you. We find you in a fabulous place, and you worked to get into that fabulous place. So calm, serene, secure, personally secure, financially, 3D-wise. You can take care of yourself. This, you know. You have a tendency to lean into independence, and that's very in line with the Aries I'm seeing today. It suits you. It suits you. But look at all this. Wheel of Fortune. Time has passed for you in the general sense. But you've made good decisions in the past that allowed you to be this person today. Showing temperance, patience, understanding, insight, and healing. Healing for yourself, and patience and insight and understanding for others. Okay. Judgment. You've made some really good choices here. And you have taken a long path in healing, but it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. You're worth it. In Judgment. You've had some good lessons, you've made some good decisions, and they're not done. You're saying you're pretty accustomed to this on your path. You're used to judgment. Various judgment calls, things come your way, you handle it. Temperance, it's good. It's a good energy. And 9 of Pentacles, oh yeah, you look very secure, very fit, very capable. Very different than this person over here. 5 of Wands, 10 of Wands, Knights of Pentacles, nothing but stress and hardship, anger, It's like saying my life has been harder by in some way being connected to you. So no, it's not a compliment. It's not a compliment. Their energy towards you is aggressive, exacerbated by their own frustration of how they perceive you and their own path. So I don't know what the hell's going on here. It's bitter, it's resentful. So I have no idea what the hell's going on. But it's almost like saying it's my being connected to you has frustrated me infinitely. What the hell did you do? You lived your life. I recommend they do the same. You've lived your life very well, and it's not exactly the kind of path that everybody is built for. It takes a lot of time to understand who you are. It takes a certain willingness to participate in your own endeavors and personal cultivation, making hard decisions, not the easy ones. Carefully cultivating yourself over time while showing extraordinary patience, insight, understanding for yourself and others. You deserve your Nine of Pentacles. You deserve your temperance. You deserve to be that person that when judgment comes up, you can handle it. Because you can. You've earned those things. So I don't know what the deal is, but there's a lot of resentment towards you. It's, again, a lot of what looks like unnecessary frustration for being connected to you. So I don't know how they are. I have no clue. A Knight of Pentacles. The energy hasn't changed or shifted much. The attitude or mood has not shifted or changed much. It's like, well, I guess I'm just going to be begrudgingly connected to you forever. So, what the hell did you do other than live your life? Like I said, I strongly recommend they do something similar. The Emperor, Queen of Swords, Ten of Swords, because yeah, you are in charge of you. You've made that clear. The Emperor is your power card. Direct. Hello, if you're new to tarot, this is you, darling. Okay. Queen of Swords, Ten of Swords. You're like, no, this is typically shared. It is not shared. You said no. No. You don't need to be on any sort of path with me. You don't like being connected to me. You have nothing but resentment and hardship, nothing but ill feeling towards me and a sense of burden. I don't need that. I don't need that. That's not who I am. It's literally not who you are. You don't hold anyone else responsible for how your life turned out. You hold you responsible for how your life has turned out, clearly. And you're like, the association is over. Ten of Swords, don't talk to me. There's nothing... No. Ten of Swords, don't talk to me. Like I said, it's typically shared. It's not. You've made it declarative. No. Your energy's not welcome. Your attitude isn't welcome. You and I have nothing to do with each other at all. So what? That is weird, man. That is weird. And again, you exercising judgment right there once more. Ten of Swords. Twice. I'll tell you. I'm not saying you're perfect, but you do know who you are. And it's like, you stop pointing that energy at me. Ten of Swords. No, absolutely not. Block this thing. Reject it. If it's so difficult, if it's so painful to be connected to me, I'll help you out there. Don't be. Well, Justice, Page of Swords, Three of Swords. I got someone looking at the situation and they're saying very simply it's not fair, but it's done so from such a narrow or small point of view. Heartbreak, possibly a sense of rejection, but it's so small. Page of Swords, Justice, this isn't fair. I'm hurt, this isn't fair. I don't understand. I don't understand. You didn't even show me your connection to them at all is something that you even typically acknowledge. I don't know what the deal is. You're very busy living life. It looks like someone on the outside looking in saying that this situation is not fair. What situation? The World, the Lovers, Seven of Wands is no. This is one that's rejected. You rejected this one, I don't know how long ago. This is old news. Because I'm going to say, guys, Ten of Swords, let me tell you something. If you are at all familiar with my work, or tarot for that matter, Ten of Swords is no guarantee of an ending. I have to say that all the time. It can be a very strong precursor. But you will notice with the Ten of Swords, it is an outstanding amount of pain. Yes, a lot of swords are sticking in that dude's back. And that dude is on the ground bleeding out. But here is, in traditional tarot, that ribbon of yellow, which indicates sunrise, not sunset. Hope. Sometimes you can get in a situation that's on the edge of a knife, and there's still hope. Recover from the pain. It doesn't go into full-on ending, and for others, it does. Okay? Here's the deal. This is rejection at its finest. You have nothing to do with this person. You rejected them some time ago. The world, the lovers, Seven of Wands. In fact, they were adamant, I don't see you as a lover. You're not that connection, not for me. I am Aries. I'm capable of speaking for myself. I can make my own decisions. You've made that very clear. That was a decision of me, myself, and I. No, I don't acknowledge this. You are not that connection to me. So that's why the energy is so small, because technically, yeah, at this point, they are literally an outsider looking in. You rejected this person some time ago. I'm not convinced you even saw them as a lover, but someone who wanted to present themselves as such. Saying it's not fair, it's not fair. Then why are you still pushing this energy like you are connected to me and you don't have a choice? Yes, you do. Yeah, yes, you do. You can stop trying to put your energy into my direction and reroute it somewhere else. Because as far as I can tell, this never took off. It never took off. No. In fact, this Aries has a very solo attitude. You might be rejecting any sort of intimate connections, and you might have been for a while now. Like, this is a no exceptions policy. I hear you. It's not fair. Yes, it is fair. Stop trying to attach yourself to me energetically. There's no room for you. I made that decision a long time ago. There's nothing to be angry with me about. Go live your own life. See what I'm saying? It's odd, guys. This is a very post-decision reading I'm seeing, but someone is still looking at you and still trying to press their energy onto you, and it's coming across as negative, heavy, frustrated when it doesn't need to be there. It should be redirecting its efforts elsewhere. Damn, dude. No means no. No response is a response. I wish people would understand that. Because at some point you said no, or you didn't respond at all. I don't know. That's it. That's end of discussion. There is nothing to discuss. It keeps trying to push its energy in your direction. I find that disturbing. There's that scales again. A sense of fairness. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not in a good way. In other words, the claimancy here for not fair is invalid. Wheel of Fortunes, endings and beginnings. Yeah. Captain's Wheel. Wheel of Fortune. Coupled up with the world, time moves forward always. Doors closed, doors open. This is the way of things. For many of you, I don't think you've opened a door in a long time intentionally. I think some of you are intentionally solo, yes. Bachelor, bachelorette, I don't know. You seem to be very comfortable on your own. And you're not willing to negotiate your power, and you're not willing to take on lovers. So this cry of it's not fair makes no sense. It makes no sense to your reading, but from their point of view as an outsider looking in, it does. It's rejection, guys. Three of Swords is rejected. I tell you, learning to deal with rejection is a skill. I suggest one learns it. But yeah, in judgment, guys, Wheel of Fortune. Continue to enforce your decision if this energy continues to pop up. I don't know what the hell's going on, but yeah, they keep an eye on you, and that means nothing to you. Your energy's too big. Okay? I know you're exotic, beautiful, or you've managed to create or cultivate an environment that is unique and beautiful. In other words, not just anybody can do it. Oh, sure. You know, as I often say, the Nine of Pentacles, the garden of our own making. You've designed your life very clearly and perhaps in a unique and beautiful way. I have no doubt you're very attractive and rare. But you're not a collector's item. Just because someone really, really wants you means nothing. It has to be returned or it literally means nothing. As far as I can tell, you're not open for business. But I tell you what, too many people looking around in these parasocial lenses. I see something here that's unique, different, or rare. I got to acquire it, you know. And they build up this dialogue in their mind of how it should be. Because I got to tell you, that attribute that they are assigning you of endurance and frustration and bitterness should not be here. It shouldn't be here. You never opened the door to this. You owe it nothing. So yes, I'm sure you're beautiful and exotic and you come across that way. But again, you created this. That doesn't mean you're interested in sharing it. Or that you have to. Or anybody anywhere requires you to. That's ridiculous. Just you. 20. We have the medallions of Virgo, Libra, and Capricorn. You might have these very strong placements in your chart. Could be this person as well. Seasons might be important. Let's pull some more as we did not get any letters. Y, Q, M, H. Once more Virgo. And then we have the music note. For some of you, music is your profession, your hobby, or like how most of us experience it, it's how we tune in intuitively. It's a good skill. Continue to do this. Aries, honey, yours was quite interesting. The sense of entitlement coming off this person is pretty wild. You know? You're rejecting me. You're making me feel bad. But I'm going to stick around and persist with my negative energy until you acknowledge me or I don't know what the hell. I think you have a no connections policy full stop right now. Will you always be like that? No. Are you like that right now as of this reading? Yeah. And that's your prerogative. You don't have to share your life with anyone, especially if you're very comfortable being solo. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aquarius, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Aquarius and their person. What's going on? Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board. But as I explain in the intro, reverse energies as you see fit. Seven of Cups, Page of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Over here, Ten of Wands, Queen of Swords, Eight of Wands. Okay, heads up. Shared Judgment. Yeah. Temperance, the Sun. That's beautiful, actually. Overview, Ten of Cups. Really focusing on emotional equilibrium these days. Ten of Cups, you're in a circle loosely defined as family and friends. That can include spouses, kids, lovers if you have them, and they're in your life. Okay? But yeah, really focusing on emotional stability, harmonization. Okay? Your people, spending more quality time with them. And it balances you out and it feels good. Seven of Cups, Page of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. It looks like you have your eye on this idea of emotional availability. You're willing to open up. If the mood strikes, if you're into it, if you feel like it, I don't know. Page of Swords doesn't tell me too much. It's like, I've thought about it, sure. Sure, I've thought about being open. I've thought about being available. I've thought about exploring energies, options, emotions. Yeah, I've thought about it. But you're saying priorities first, Eight of Pentacles. The vast majority of this Aquarius' time is spent in work, you know, working hard, gathering that coin, focusing on stability. But yeah, it's like, if I want to, I'll make some time for that. Sure. Okay. Ten of Wands, Queen of Swords, Eight of Wands. Like I said, heads up. You're going to receive some communication soon, and I do believe it's coming towards you. This person's prompting it. They got something on their mind, but they want to talk to you. Okay, and I see them doing it in a thoughtful way. And it is thoughtful. Queen of Swords is thoughtful. Yeah, but this is something that's been weighing on their mind. 10 of Wands, Queen of Swords. And then they put it out into the world, and it arrives to you. Your phone, your inbox, something. Like, hey, Aquarius, I want to talk to you about this. And it seems heavy, right? But it seems also to be well thought out. So that's good. Judgment, Temperance, the Sun. Yeah, it's an opportunity here to heal, grow, and to show warmth and happiness. Now, I'm not saying this person represents your happily ever after. I would never. What I'm saying is that we have the opportunity here to overturn a situation, and it's marked as now. Judgment is now. Divine timing. This was going to come up again in some way in your life, but it's coming up again as an ideal time. And Temperance, the Sun. Oh yeah, there can be some beautiful connectivity here between you two. I don't know that it's romantic. It's up to you. The Temperance and Sun, but equal opportunity here between these two to make peace, to be happy, to be warm, like I said. And especially if this has been your point of view from the Ten of Cups, really emphasizing emotional harmony between you and yours. In some way, this person fits that picture. Yeah. If that's what you've been emphasizing, in some way they're responding to it. So this seems to be a good time for you both to open up, express some healing, insight, okay, understanding, and warmth, happiness. So that's beautiful. I don't know what the issue was. They'll tell you. I can see that. But this is really a good time for the Aquarius I'm looking at. So mind you, when I say open up, make yourself available, explore feelings, it's not just options and love. Okay? That can include the dialogue you have with this person, if that's where you are. That's it. It's not your major point, it's not the emphasis of your life, but it's there, and it's good. Wheel of Fortune, the Sun, and the World. Okay. All right, so whatever it is, we had this previous notion that this might be closed out, or frankly, easier interpretation, maybe just haven't heard from them in a long time. You would know why. Wheel of Fortune, the Sun, the World. So yeah, you can open up to this or keep it closed. It's up to you. It stands in either proposition. Oh yeah, but it was a matter of time before this came back up. But again, warmth, happiness. You can open it, open that door, or keep it closed. But I think many of you are opting to keep it open. Okay, the Sun ends that downline. So that's nice. That's up to you. Three majors right there. And three majors over here. Where's this important to you both? Yeah, not a coincidence. Ace of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Two of Wands. Yeah, you seem to be down. While you're out there working, Eight of Pentacles, and you're working hard. Good job. Page of Pentacles, Two of Wands. You're like, yeah, I can spare some conversation to this. Two of Wands. Take your time. That's non-rushed communication. Decision-making, being available in the here and now, emphasizing the present. So that tells me you're not looking at this from the past, and you're not looking at it from the point of view of future potential, but right here, right now. It's like, yeah, I can work through this. You got this. It doesn't seem to bother you at all. You don't look flustered. You don't look upset. If anything, I could say you're politely curious. But even then, you're just like, I'm available. You want to talk, I'm available. Ten of Swords, Ace of Swords, and that is your symbol of power and authority right there. And Ten of Swords and the Lovers. So it does run a little deeper. You being so cool on the surface. Like, I got it, it's fine. It's no big deal. Kind of is, though. Kind of is. Strong connection. And once more, it's coming from that point of view, is that from your point of view, in the past, this was closed out, but yeah, could be reopened. Bare minimum, for reasons of healing, insight, understanding, and feeling better about it all. Okay. But you didn't show me any wildly swinging expectations about the future or anything like that. It was very grounded, your response was. Okay? Very good. So, yeah, there's some deeper stuff down there. There is. But that actually wasn't your first thought. Not at all. Gate. At your gate. Opportunities. Home. Some of you will be at home when you receive that message, but gate, it's an opportunity. Like I said, you can keep it open or you can close it. It's up to you. But this opportunity is coming to your gate. Old man. For some of you, you identify as the old man or possibly connecting to in some way. But there you go. The keywords here, male inheritance, in that sense that this obligation is mine. I inherited this. I have to work this particular land, home, soil, or occupation. And some of you feel wiser for your years. Excuse me. I apologize. That was my stammer / lisp or whatever the hell it is. Yeah, I'm wiser for where. Right? I have a lot of responsibilities and you take them seriously. But yeah, you got this. You got this. $28. Expectations. Occupation, heaviness, occupation, expectations. Okay. Heaviness, possibly. How hard it's been at work. I see that that's important. And the Lovers, 15. Yeah. Yeah, there's going to be some standard talk about work energies, things like that. I have no doubt. I have no doubt, but I believe that's the initial reason for reaching out. Something to do with work. It's a pretty easy cover. Especially if you're as busy as I think you are. That would be a natural kind of line of conversation. Yeah, there's certain expectations here regarding a deeper topic. Okay? And Lovers, there it is again. A strong connection. We have the numbers 34, 28, 15. Okay. I'm kind of tempted to pull some of these. And then also an indication, very strong indication here in Gemini season. Realizations, epiphanies, understandings, awakenings. Really strong insight. Yeah, I know. And eventually, when we get past the conversations of work, okay, we're going to get to our revelations of our realizations. The stuff that's been on our mind. Okay? Very good. Two J's. A, R, B. Yeah, here in Gemini season. Yeah, I see it. Of course, you might have some very strong Gemini chart. Could be connected to, and then the season, obviously. And then we also have that as Scorpio. So same. Okay. Aquarius, honey, I do hope this helped you. It looks like you are... We're going to have a very insightful conversation. Very insightful. Not only is it a good time, but it lends itself to some beautiful healing and warmth between these two people. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Gemini, what's up? And happy birthday. Show me Gemini and their person. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board. What does that explain in the intro? Reverse energies as you see fit. Queen of Wands. Devil. Six of Swords. Woo. Okay. Nine of Wands. Three of Wands, Page of Cups. Okay. Okay. Between you two, Six of Cups, the Lovers. Oh, God. Oh, Nine of Pentacles. Oh, my. You, darling. Your Power card. Okay. Overview, Four of Wands. Oh. I don't know if this helps you, but you two will always be bonded. Always. You'll always be bonded in that deep way, in that significant way, in that special way. And maybe you two will have time together in the future that you cannot see yet. I don't know. These things have a way of coming back around. Maybe next time the timing will be right, but for now it isn't. There's a lot going on here. And it's given me that flavor of too many cooks in the kitchen. Someone here, perhaps both of you, are in a relationship, but at least one of you is. You're aware of it. Four of Wands in the overview. Now, relationship is two people define it, so I don't know how it's been defined. Marriage, partnership, I have no idea. The thing is, one of you's in a commitment, at least one of you. Queen of Wands, the Devil, Six of Swords. You're angry. You're angry. You're frustrated, extremely frustrated, very angry. This is not where you wanted your connection or your energy to take you. You got a strong connection here. You know you're part of it. Your Power card dropped. But the Devil's also there, right there on the midline. It's unrequited. In some way, it's not lining up. Physically, emotionally, spiritually, so on and so forth. For one person it's on, the other person it's off. And then you switch roles. Shoes on the other foot. Someone's ready, and now the other person isn't. Someone's open, now the other person's off. The runner, the chaser, they switch roles. Shit like that. But did you notice how many times you and this person have crossed on each other's timelines in order to get that information? Well, this time I'm open, and now they're not. I know. So you're very frustrated, and you're upset. And it's like, fuck it, I'm out of here. Six of Swords. And I don't blame you. It's kind of like saying, I'm pleading no contest. I got to get out of here. You're right. You do. Leaving this behind, at least for now. I've seen wonderful things and miraculous things for connections just like this. But there is something to be said that I got to call it quits for now. Because right now it's no good. All it does is twist me up inside. And it does. It twists you up inside. So you're doing the right thing. I don't want you to walk away in anger. But that's where you are. Just please know it's still the right direction. It's away from this. There's so much frustration in here. Knowing we can't access that person, or we're not supposed to, and it can lead to such anger, frustration, and that weird twisted up sense of possession when we know they're not ours, we're not theirs, we know that. But that doesn't keep us from getting, like I said, all twisted up inside. So what can you do? Exit the scene. Six of Swords. So I commend you for doing the right thing, even though you're angry and you don't want to. You're doing it anyway. So give yourself that credit. Gemini, honey, sorry about that unintended break. I had a call that came through that I absolutely had to take. It's all good. We're back on track now. As I was saying, give yourself that credit for having done the right thing, even though it feels like it sucks. Over here, Nine of Wands, Three of Wands, Page of Cups. They're showing frustration as well, anger as well, some resentment around this idea of waiting, so they stopped doing it. Okay? Stopped waiting for things to change, improve, for one person to choose or accept the other. I don't know. Whatever constitutes waiting on their part. They caught on to the fact that they're doing it. They don't like it. And it's kind of like saying it's futile. So I'll tell you what, I'm not going to wait on you. You don't wait on me either. Little bit of heart space right there towards the end, Page of Cups. They'll always have that kind of feeling towards you. No matter how small or seemingly small, soft, it's still there. Vulnerability and love. And it's kind of like saying you'll always be my soft spot. I'll always love you. I'll always care about you. It's small and it may not seem like it's much to you, but it is there. So their energy was rough. The way you feel that anger and frustration about the situation, them too. But it's deliberate. I was waiting and I don't want to. That's not who I am. That's not me. I reject that. Because this situation isn't going to change. You're in a relationship or I'm in a relationship. Somebody is. We would be waiting on each other for all the wrong reasons. I don't want to do this. So stop. But they're mad too. I promise. Between the two of you, I gotta tell you, I don't know if this hurts. Hopefully it helps. But you will always be bonded. In Six of Cups, you will always have those memories. Always. Now, you may not be that nostalgic, but I gotta tell you, I'm looking at it. This is going to be one of those connections that always touches you from a deep place inside. Unlike any other connection, you will always have that outstanding sense of memory, fondness, and that unique undercurrent between you two. The intuitive process that keeps you two connected in the spirit and in the heart. That's how unique this one is. Because I tell people all the time, you can have a Six of Cups and not necessarily the Lovers, right? So it'd be like this. And you can have a Lovers and not necessarily a Six of Cups. And you're saying, that was my Six of Cups. Actually, yes, I am deeply fond of it. I am deeply fond of them. We have a weird history and a unique one. So let's replace the word weird with unique. That's more appropriate. But you're right. It was deeply impressionable to you both. And I see how it affects you. Nine of Pentacles, you both have a tendency to go your own way. Although I do believe, like I said, at least one of you is in a connection relationship, and I believe the other person is single. But I think you both share that appreciation for independence. I'm not trying to control you. I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life, and you're not going to do the same to me. I know you wouldn't. You respect each other's personhood and sense of choice. And that's all any of us can do. I know who you are. I'm not in conflict about that. You know who I am. And Nine of Pentacles, we're both independent people in our own way. We can think and act for ourselves. You know, it's what you got to do. I respect it. It's what I got to do. And then you respect that. Okay. Okay. But who knows, guys? Like I said, and I'm not trying to evoke false hope. I'm not into that. I don't do that. And if you're at all familiar with my work, I read what's here, not what isn't. I've seen miraculous things in what looks like impossible situations. But also, you know, something's over. I got to tell you that. That's my responsibility in reading the cards. Now, whether or not it's true for you, as it resonates. Let's get some advice, please. You know, it's interesting. I don't necessarily see them mad at you. They're angry, it seems, more at themselves for having waited. And that's one of the consequences of waiting, is that ultimately we end up being mad at ourselves. We can't really hold the other person responsible, because even if you asked them to wait, it still would have been on them if they said yes. Either way, the person who waits is the one who fundamentally pays a bill in some way. And that bill always amounts to one thing, and it's called time. So they're mad at themselves for having waited for what looks like an impossible situation. And frustration, yeah, the anger's there. It's like, this isn't what I do. I'm not like this. And that speaks to that independent nature that I'm seeing for at least one person, but I believe you both possess it. I'm not that person. I don't hang out and wait endlessly for an impossible situation. That's not who I am. That's not what I do. That's not my jam. I don't identify with that I'm not a pick-me. I'm too strong-willed. I'm too independent for this shit. So it's the anger is more focused at the self and maybe the situation. It's weird. I don't necessarily see it pointed at you at the last or the 11th hour, as you might say. It's Page of Cups. It's like whispering. You know, okay, how Whitney Houston sang, "I Will Always Love You." That big, gorgeous voice belts it out. Of course, obviously, Dolly Parton wrote it originally. Whitney Houston famously sang it. This one, Page of Cups, is a very gentle whisper. I will always love you. Our bullshit aside, I'll always love you. So yeah, this one's definitely unique, and I can see why you're forcing yourself to at least mentally leave this behind, and it makes you angry. I get it. I do. But this will never change. But let's get some advice for you. Three of Pentacles, King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. Seven of Pentacles here. I see what somebody told themselves, and it's sustained for a long time. Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. This dialogue, somebody floated this dialogue for a very long time. If I just call them a friend, I'll keep them. I'll be able to keep them. I'll be able to connect to them as a friend. I will be able to see them as a friend. And they really stuck to this script with a very strong mind. Queen of Pentacles, King of Swords, Three of Pentacles. I can have a friend. You can have friends. We can have friends. That's cool. Friends is cool, right? Friendships is cool. There's nothing wrong with friendships, technically. What was the undertone of that friendship? And then it stops being a technical argument. And that's where this argument of friendship falls down. What's the context to it? What's the energy behind it? Okay. Let me pick up a couple of these cards. that energy just exploded. Hold on, honey. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, they went way under there. But yeah, I saw the comfort around this designation. Comfort. Don't ever change it. That's where the waiting came in. Somebody was determined to carry this out as a friendship indefinitely, and they even got comfortable with the pattern. The other person understood that they were waiting just to continuously be called a friend, and that was no good. That was created that sense of futility, and I don't do this. I don't need a friend. I need a lover. I need my person. It's something like that, and I saw it as an unchanging situation. Okay. Remember, guys, friendship box works to an extent. Eventually, the colors, the vibrancy of that connection will bleed through the label. You can have friendship at the core of a lover's, assuming it's active in its lover's status. But look at how flimsy that Three of Pentacles is. There's no way it can contain the lovers. But you managed to achieve a certain success with that for a while. The both of you did. But it stretched out on a comfortable, unchanging road. And we eventually realized the futility of it. It will never be what it truly is. Goodness me, cards are just flying out. That's fine. Nine of Swords in reverse. You know, it doesn't require any overthinking. We know. You know. They know. Okay. Four of Cups, the Star, Temperance, in time. Like I said, I'm not one for false hope. I need to see it in the cards. In time. In time, perhaps, there will be a space for you two to heal in the greater scheme of things, and a long-term vision to overturn the sadness of the past. And Four of Cups and the Star and Temperance. That's some beautiful healing with a long-term vision. It's possible. Anything's possible. You know how strange, odd, peculiar, precious this life is. Yes, anything is possible. Even these impossible situations. But for now, it's not worth overthinking. Continue to separate from this, mentally at least for you. I want you to work through that anger, that frustration, that tension, and that weird any sort of residual feeling of possession, like this is mine. I understand why you feel that way. You are deeply bonded to this connection. It does feel like it's yours. but it's not. The eye, in reverse. Envy, protection. We have the eye, cast the eye, some of you. With the eye, looking at each other and a sense of envy here, but also protection, like this is mine. That's why I look in on it. That's why I check in on it, because it's mine. I'm protective. I understand. I know. Pearl, hidden gem, wisdom. I know you know. You're a pearl, a rare thing, an unusual gem. It's precious. That's why. That sense of weirdly conflated energies of protection and frustration, and I understand. You feel like you are protecting something rare. They feel that way about you, and I'm sure you felt that way about each other. There's an opportunity, perhaps in time, to heal with this. But it does need time. Adjudication, fairness. It is fair. The situation is fair. It is unfortunate. It makes neither one of you happy, but technically here, fair is fair. Okay? I know. Distant horizon. Okay. And there it is. In the distant horizon, whatever that means, there will be a letter one day. Email, something. It's a little bit more substantial than a text. But in the distant horizon, there will be communication in time. 2736. Okay. I don't know how far out. Rejection in reverse. We didn't want to feel rejected. We didn't want to have to reject the situation. Clarity, finality. We're not clear if it's really over. Both of these are in reverse. We don't have full insight over that subject yet. Yeah, I agree. And I can see why it doesn't feel like it's over. I didn't see a world. I didn't see a death. I just see your mental willingness to leave this behind, or you're trying to. You're struggling. But yeah, we don't have full clarity on the finality. Is it over? Yeah. I can see why it doesn't feel like it is. There's this idea of another time for you too. And then I see the communication out there on the distant horizon. The possibility for healing. Communication. It's out there. I'm curious as to when. I do not know. We have your medallion, yes, of course. Gemini, Sagittarius. You might have these very strong placements in your chart, particularly Sag, as well as Gemini. Could be connecting to in some way, yes. The seasons might be important to you. Obviously, I can see you now, right? And then perhaps Sagittarius season, which is further out. There might be something else there. KLD. And then we have the Pegasus in reverse and upside down. Nowhere to go, nowhere to turn. Not feeling like we have any decisions we can make. Yep. This situation feels like there was nowhere to turn. I know, and that's why they resist it, and that's why you're moving away from it. I know it looks sucky, and it feels sucky. But you're doing the best you can, and so are they. Separate for now. But it's not necessarily over, no. Gemini, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Libra, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What's going on? Show me Libra, please. Okay. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board. Just like explaining the intro, reverse energies as you see fit. Knight of Cups. Six of Swords. Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Eight of Wands, King of Pentacles, Death. Okay. My goodness, what's going on? My goodness. Between you two, Six of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Four of Swords. Overview, Queen of Pentacles, yes. Yes, please. Please do take care of yourself. Focus on your needs at this time. Absolutely. Knight of Cups, Six of Swords, and it's like I went silent. I stopped expressing myself. I stopped making myself emotionally available in a particular direction. I needed to do this for me. Okay. Seven of Pentacles. And you know what? I'm in a place where I'm just minding my own business and I'm tending to my own path. It is neither too demanding nor too slow. It's just about right. Like I said, I need to focus on myself and what I'm doing and stop expressing myself over here. I can kind of see why. It's a little tit for tat. Okay. Eight of Wands, King of Pentacles, Death. This person did a shutdown as well in terms of direct communication. Now, you two have matching elemental frequencies. We had the King, Queen of Pentacles. Typically, you two would invest in each other, communicate with each other. Now, for your part, it's not necessarily communication specifically. It's rather your heart space. Like, I'm not going to share my emotions with them. I'm not going to open up. I'm not going to feel vulnerable. I'm not going to allow myself to feel vulnerable with them. Just going to be mindful of myself right now, like I said. There's this communication, full stop. Okay. Six of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Four of Swords. You both need to rest and reflect on this connection, what you give to it, what you get from it, and if you both want to continue to do that. Because it still exists. It's not an absolute. I see that the communication has shut down, right? So chicken or egg, which came first? I don't know. Did you stop emotionally responding to this person when they shut down communication? Did they shut down communication because you weren't emotionally responding? I don't know. It's hard to say. Now, you both have very similar practical energies about the day-to-day. Okay, about building into the worlds appropriately, investment of home and hearth, working energies, priorities, so on and so forth. Okay. But you two don't necessarily feel like investing into each other directly right now. So, once more. Six of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Four of Swords. I don't know what this is. For all intents and purposes, I could say it leans into the business side of things. But this is something that you two, up until recently, have been comfortable giving and taking from. Some sort of dynamic that I can honestly say for these two people technically worked until it didn't. You both technically gave and took from this balance as you needed it, as you had become accustomed to it, until you didn't. And Four of Swords, you both need to kind of go within, reflect, and ask yourselves, do I want to continue to give and take from this balance? And if so, what does that mean? Two of Pentacles. Do we need to put more around this to secure it, to beef it up? Do we need to set in place new standards and boundaries to keep this going, contractually or otherwise? What am I willing to give? What am I willing to take? And what about them? You both need to do that. And this is literally an equal division of energies. 6, 2, 4. The both of you need to take time to do this. And before we resume any kind of communication. All right, because that is the only thing that I see as being over at present. Well, I'm not talking to them. They're not talking to me. So, yeah, they'd be like that right now. But here, the mechanics of this connection, what it means, that hasn't actually been sorted out long term. There is still a question here of, do we want to continue to give and take to this? Four of Pentacles, Two of Wands. Like I said, refrain from communication until we know what we're doing here. Ace of Swords. You have your truth that you need to develop. They have their truth they need to work on as well. But that Ace of Swords is going to be very revealing for the both of you. These aren't just my thoughts, but these are my actions too. Okay? The sword. Not just thought, it's action. We keeping this in, or are we cutting this out? Until then, yes, I agree. Refrain from communication. But eventually, we'll have to get back to the subject. But you ask yourself of this balance and what that means to you. Do you still want to line up to a position where you give and take to it, from it. And with them. And if so, what does that mean? What does it look like? Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Two of Swords, because we're uncertain in our heart if we want a brand new beginning. In other words, you're not convinced a brand new beginning is where you want to go. You can kind of feel it, you've thought about it, but you're not convinced. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not convinced either. This means there's still opportunity to resume the balance, just redefine differently or reapproach differently. And for others of you, you will understand that a brand new beginning is right for you. But your heart needs to be in it and your mind needs to be decided upon it. And not just you thinking about it, but them too. Okay? You too might find that you can exist quite comfortably without this so-called balance. You have your path, they have theirs. Okay, anything else, please? As I say, what's going on? Gemini's was intense, and yours is a little bit more straightforward. But still, there's a tenseness around the air signs today, it seems. What was Aquarius's like? I don't even remember now. Three of Swords, the Fool, the Hermit. Yeah, think about it. Take a breath. Take a breath. Take a pause. I know that you're heartbroken. I know you feel hurt personally, and I wouldn't know that to look at you. Right? You have a very calm, steady outer energy. But inside you're hurt, and the Fool and the Hermit, and your willingness to look at that hurt is going to largely determine if you can open back up to this in a way that you can honestly say you're in tune with and that you want to continue to experience with them. But yeah, take a breath. Take a moment. Take a couple. It looks like they need some as well, the both of you. Okay? Always. Occupation, hard at work, 34. You, them, the both of you. And I can see that the material world's important to you both. Oh yeah, you got a lot of energies around that. Resources, the allocation, right? The maintenance of them, the everyday life. You have that, so do they. 34. The main man. Some of you are the main male. Or you feel you're connected to the one, right? The main person. The one who provides, more often than not, takes initiative, leadership, a sense of responsibility, something like that. Okay? Storm. A storm. Okay. If this is a personal connection, perhaps there was an argument or disagreement around coin. Okay? And perhaps from looking at two different opinions about how to approach the same subject. You had some thoughts, so did they, and they're not matching right now, and it got to the point where we had to discontinue talking. Okay. It seems we managed to deviate from entering a full-on storm. Okay? In other words, you avoided a full-on argument, but that also meant stepping away, choosing silence and them too. So yeah, let's not reapproach this until we have our thoughts fully articulated and we're prepared to express them. Okay? But yeah, it looks like there was an impending storm around this idea of work and occupation, and somebody here has some very strong ideas, and a disagreement ensued for some of you. 34, 1, and 6, as it resonates. Sharks, bride, survival, power, wife engagement. So feminine energy here, but a feeling of I'm being attacked. So we have a masculine and a feminine present today, and someone who feels that this is about survival and power, and we're feeling attacked. Someone feels like they are having their power taken away from them, or what they can do is coming under question. Okay, yeah, that's not good. We don't like that. Nobody wants to feel like they're being attacked, or that their role is undervalued, or their contributions are not being taken into consideration, or their needs aren't taken into consideration. And it feels like an attack, maybe an ultimatum, maybe it leaned in that direction. I need you to accept this or else, ... And yeah, that's going to be enough to shut any communication down, particularly any good feeling too. With the Knight of Cups, when people feel threatened, right, do this or else, it never goes down well. Which is why I strongly disagree with ultimatums, but that doesn't keep people from doing them. Okay. So I don't know if it was ultimatum, but I can see where someone here felt attacked and undervalued in their opinions. And the other kind of dominant force was like, I'm the one who has the majority of power, therefore say. I get that. And typically that's what I would say to people. Hey, look, you're the one producing here. This is your Eight of Pentacles. This is your Nine of Pentacles. You're getting kickback. You're getting pushback from people who don't really have say in how the function gets carried out. Okay. But here I'm seeing an attack in terms of abuse of one's power. It's like, because I have a 60 majority and you have a 40, you really need to go along with this. When actually, on the contrary, I'm seeing an equal distribution of potential resolution here. Takes two. Takes two. So I think somebody mistakenly views that they have more power than the other, when no, on the contrary. It takes two people to come up with a solution that works. So no, I believe someone here is mistaken, that they hold all the cards. They do not. Okay. Alrighty. I think I broke that down as best I could, folks. Where are we on time? What did I say? That took a minute. Hopeless, sinking despair, feeling like we're falling apart. It does feel hopeless, doesn't it? Like you don't have any say, or that your hands are bound, and that's not true. That's not true. But like I said, it's right here. There is resolution here if two people want it. I say it all the time. If two people want to work it out, they will. And if they don't, they won't. Beginnings. You can try again, and I saw that for you. Can try again in this situation with him, or you can take a new direction altogether. But beginnings. Beginnings aren't necessarily new. Sometimes beginnings are beginnings. But yeah, you can try again, or you can aim for a new direction. I saw that. It's in your advice, but you are not hopeless. No. And you are not helpless. Okay? You're not. You have say. I know it. I see it right here. I see it right there. No, we are not helpless. Okay, we have C, Z, N, S. We have the medallions of Gemini and twice Virgo. So you might have these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to the season, might be important to you. Obviously, we're in Gemini season right now. So I can see that this is affecting many of you right now. Okay. Hopefully you have resolution in this by Virgo season. Before, preferably. But until then, I see you content to be mindful of your own path, and they can do the same with theirs. There might be the ability to rebalance this later. I'm sure there will be. Libra, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Taurus, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Taurus in their person, please. Alrighty. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board. But as I explained in the intro, reverse energies as you see fit. Oh, the Lovers. Knight of Wands. Seven of Wands. Okay. Nice save there. It's like I'm trying to control it, okay? All right. Knight of Swords. Page of Wands, and Three of Wands. Interesting. Interesting. Shared. The World. Ten of Cups. And Strength. Okay. Okay. Eight of Wands. See, you're so anxious to get your communication out there, to get your energy out there. It's like I said, I got that impression from you right away. I'm trying to control myself, okay? It's Seven of Wands. Standards, boundaries, cool it off, Taurus, because you are excited. You are excited. You are a bull that got whiff of a scent that you are really into. Yeah, the Lovers, the Knight of Wands. Whoo! Look at you. You're like, control it, Taurus. So I'm not saying that you're rejecting it, as in blocking. I'm saying that you are saying control it. Boundaries, standards, hold your horses. Okay? But man, you want to talk. You want to talk. Fire, fire. Really strong connection burning within you, burning your soul. Get out there. Talk. Put that energy out there, Taurus. You're like, hold on. Just cool it down. Easy there, Taurus. Settle down. And this is you telling yourself that. Trying to keep all that fire in check. Look at you. But talking. Technically talking. Over here. Knight of Swords. Page of Wands. Three of Wands. I'll tell you what. Someone here is on the verge of rushing towards you. Talking, opening up, taking action towards you, and then they just went, wait. And I'm not telling them to wait. They told themselves to wait. Page of Wands, Three of Wands. Don't say nothing, don't do nothing. Just, I changed my mind. Hold on. They want to rush in there. They want to talk to you. And they said, nah, Three of Wands. Make them wait. Now, that is energy towards you. That is, I'm going to make Taurus wait. Here's the thing. They're just asking themselves to wait. I don't know why. They had something on their mind. They were about to rush in there. And they said, nah, I'm going to let Taurus sweat a little bit. Yeah, you're sweating, but for different reasons. Like something here has very much got your energetic attention. It doesn't seem to be directed at them. It's odd. It's odd. It's kind of like, I'm going to make Taurus wait. Taurus is rearing to go in a particular direction that doesn't seem to have anything to do with this. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if we have poorly managed expectations. I don't know what the deal is, but it's unnecessary waiting. I don't know, but the idea is to make you wait. The only thing you're doing is trying to control your energy, which is really high right now. So it's very excited in and of its own right. Now, technically you're already talking, but you're trying to contain this energy you got. And it's like I said, this bull got whiff of a scent that they're really into and they want to explore it further. They're doing everything they can to kind of keep that in check. So here's what's interesting. The World, Ten of Cups, Strength. I'm seeing some sort of cycle here that was closed out, and it took strength to do it. Ten of Cups does not tell me much. Inner circle, connection, family, friends, and that can include spouses, kids, lovers, yes, if they're in your world. And this is a decision to close someone out of that inner world. I don't want to continue to see you in my life for reasons of love and support because I no longer label you that way. I no longer identify with you that way or you with me. So, and it took strength to do it. It took strength to close this out. It did. A phenomenal strength of will. This was not easy to do. It's very hard to dislodge somebody from the inner circle. It has to be, more often than not, a pretty sizable foobar for that to happen. To say, I don't want to see you in my life like that anymore. Right? That's a big deal for a lot of people. That's the only thing I can think of right here with this person. They had something they wanted to say to you. And it's like, no. Check that. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm going to make Taurus wait. You're doing other things. and you're wanting to connect right here, right now with somebody in a very strong way, and the energy's all but bursting outside of you. It's not pointed at them at all. So again, it looks like we have unmanaged expectations around the reality of the situation. Taurus is no longer waiting for this person's word or approval or action or something like that. No, there's technically an ending here, a cycle that took place. It's almost like they're saying one more thing, and then they change their mind. I'm like, no, I'm going to let Taurus come to me and ask me what that one more thing is. That'll do it. No, I don't. No, I don't see that for you. You seem to be heavily preoccupied elsewhere, pleasantly so. Honey, if we were doing intimate tarot, I would tell you exactly. My goodness, your energy is raging, and that Seven of Wands is almost like a courtesy at this point, trying to rein it in. I mean, it's different. I don't know what's going on. Okay, let's get some advice, please, for Taurus. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Seven of Pentacles. That's how you're trying to keep it in check. Your Earthian self is trying to moderate your energy here. Bless you. Knight of Pentacles, which is more your speed, slower. Seven of Pentacles, like Knight of Wands, Taurus, we know how we get with this energy. Calm down. Slow it down, specifically. It's like, control yourself. Shift gears, Taurus. Shift gears. You told yourself now, while you're showing me a lot of enthusiasm here, a lot of energy, a lot of passion in you. It's like, I have a plan, and I'm going to go slow. I told myself I was going to go slow. Not everything all at once. Okay. So you got some knights of your own, honey, and they're expressing themselves in a very different way. You keep on with that. That's where you are. That's where you should be. Until you have reason to do or think or feel or act otherwise, keep on keeping on. There it is. Knight of Swords, Ten of Wands, Four of Wands. Yeah. Sometimes I need to see more of a bridge on the story. And there's the bridge. And Knight of Swords twice, Ten of Wands, Four of Wands. It's kind of like, and relationship. Four of Wands is relationship energy, as two people define it. Marriage, or a sense of long-term coupleship, togethership, long-term situationship. I know this. They were established in your life long enough to be seen as a Ten of Cups. Okay. And here's what's interesting about this person's energy. They're saying, yeah, I know it's hard between us. This isn't easy for me, but we're still in a relationship. Oh. I don't think Taurus got that memo. This was Taurus's last memo on that situation, is that you're not in my life like that anymore. This is not easy for me. I'm looking at not very well managed expectations. I think we're having a hard time accepting this cycle. I think this person's having a hard time being dislodged from your life in a circle. They're about to rush towards you. And you might even have that impression that you got a little something from them and then they retreated. It's like, no, I'm going to let Taurus come to me and ask me questions and open up to me. You seem to be very much preoccupied elsewhere. Your energy is very different, and it's pointed in a very different way. Honey, you got ants in your pants over here for this strong connection. So I'm not trying to laugh at them. I'm just saying, manage your expectations. This is where people get themselves into trouble. There's a cycle here. It's time to accept it. Knight of Swords, this person is poised, ready to take action as soon as you give them a little bit of attention, and there's the assumption that you will. So I wouldn't be surprised if they sent out a little signal flare to you, just a little drop from what their initial inclination was. And it's like, see, there you go. I set the trap, if you will. I say that loosely. Taurus will come to me and ask me what this is about. We're still in a relationship. I'm not accepting this closing. I'm having a hard time with it. Okay, so FYI, just FYI. Anything else, please? I hate to leave things like that, but I just want you to continue to live your life. Apparently, you got something going on. You told yourself to slow it down twice. Taurus, keep it in check, man. Keep it in check, woman. Slow it down. You look giddy. So I don't know when you cycled this out, but it's been long enough that you feel comfortable opening back up, and I must say in a very spectacular way and in a completely different direction. And they're still kind of over here saying, I'm just waiting on you to come to me, and we'll work this out. We're still in a relationship. I'm surprised they didn't show me a little more sword. Because, yeah, we got some deniability here. Okay. Page of Swords, King of Cups, the Hanged Man. They seem to have this impression that the love still exists, and they have that long-term point of view. Okay. Taurus, honey, yeah. Long-term point of view, the love still exists, and it's a small insight, Page of Swords. They strongly suspect that the love is still there. That doesn't mean you two are still in a relationship, but from their point of view, it means something. Okay. Seven of Cups, Four of Cups, and Five of Wands. I wanted to know what you think about them, and your last opinion of it is negative. You trying to remain open to this has cost you nothing but poor emotions. Miserable, actually. Four of Cups, Five of Wands. It's all frustration, sadness, and pain all the time, and arguing. No emotional consistency. In fact, you associate this connection with emotional, well, imbalances. But yeah, it's very mercurial. And now you'd like to explore something that isn't. Okay. That's all I can do here, folks. I pushed it as much as I could. Okay. Okay. A storm rages. Yeah. A lot of emotional intensity here. Highs and lows, but mostly lows. A lot of storms. Perhaps you associate this person with drama and particularly inconsistency with their communications and actions. Knight of Swords twice. In other words, what they're conveying and what they're doing don't necessarily line up, or they're prone to constantly changing their mind, but more like changing their emotions, and then they act accordingly. Sometimes they can be impulsive, strong-willed, and I saw the strength from you already in terms of, this is Polar Bear number 15, so that strength. Strength, uncompromising strength. To shut this down, mature woman, someone who's middle-aged or over, mature female, or that's the idea. You either meet that demographic or they do. Somebody does. There's that sense of maturity should be there, see, and then the rose does not smell so sweet. We don't want to pursue this romantically. Not at all. No, this is the romantic male in the reverse. No, we don't want to pursue this romantically. Now, you very much want to pursue something else. Some kind of way. Romantically or otherwise. It's mostly passion, let's be real. You can see that for yourself. And that's not a critique, that's just what's there for you. I don't know that you're necessarily interested in romantic pursuits at this time. A strong connection is there with the lovers. But you're showing me an inclination towards the seasonal energy as opposed to a long-term structure. And that's okay. That's where you are. There you go. But even then you said slow it down, pace yourself. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is your key phrase today. Unreasonable expectations. That just flew out my hand and landed on their last thought. The love that still exists. I know it. There will eventually be a return. This is what I'm supposed to see. The return. There is the expectation here of return, a second chance, the opportunity, and to make amends. But I also believe we're lacking perspective. Unmanaged expectations or poorly managed expectations. I feel like every now and again this person taps you on the shoulder, says tag you're it, and then they retreat and they expect you to come to them for follow-up. You don't know. I don't think that's where you are. I know that's not where you are. Okay. Moving on. Time to wrap yours up. I wanted to see more about your adventures, but let me tell you this. When you're in, you're in. And anything outside of that, you're like, okay, slow it down, Taurus. Like I said, you're lucky I'm not doing intimate tarot because I can see things from a different perspective. Groom, the male energy, husband, marriage. Yeah, I'm not saying that presently, but that doesn't mean they're not seeing you that way. As someone who's still tied to them via a relationship. Okay. But the masculine energy, and you might be that person that you're inclined to marry later. But perhaps not at this time. Yeah, you're undergoing transformation right now as we speak. You're in transition. I believe that's you. I do believe that you're showing me the masculine energies. I'm not saying you are a male. I'm saying you're showing me the masculine energies today. And you're currently in a space of transformation. This energy you're showing me, I do believe, is temporary. It does not represent your long-term structure. And then there's going to be a question of what next for you. But that's another reading. For now, you're in a space of transformation. I want you to enjoy that, whatever that means to you. But yeah, okay, FYI. Your pursual energy is cranked way the hell up. Just FYI. But if you resonate, it seems to me, you would know. Z, Q, C, N. We have the medallions of Libra and you, Taurus. Of course, you might have these very strong placements in your chart, particularly Taurus. You might be a double, triple, quad Taurus. You let me know. Coupled up with Libra, you're both ruled by Venus. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I could see where your Venus placement is speaking to you hardcore and for the next several months, possibly months. Absolutely. But that's up to you. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. But right now, you're at the height of your sensual/sexual energies. Like you were feeling it. You were feeling it. You were out there, you're feeling it, and you're trying to, let's be real, honey, this Taurus is trying to be felt. That's where you are. That's okay. Could be connecting to it, and then last season for you might have been very important. Okay? All right, Taurus, honey, I do hope this helped you. It's enough. It's way too long. I hope it helped. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Virgo, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Ooh. Okay. What's going on? Show me, Virgo. Show me, Virgo. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board. But as I explained in the intro, reverse energies as you see fit. Eight of Cups, Ace of Cups, Queen of Cups. Okay. You're working on it. Trust me, your heart space is making a big comeback. It's beautiful. Over here, Knight of Wands, Four of Swords, Two of Wands. Oh. Okay. The energy is like they're hopping around on one foot. It's okay. Judgment. This is what's between you two. Judgment. Seven of Swords, Four of Pentacles. Yeah, this is something we've never really let go of, but often talked ourselves out of as well. Okay. All right. Overview. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you're you. And you know you need to focus on yourself and love yourself and be kind to yourself. Stay grounded. Stay real. self-worth, all that goodness, taking care of yourself at this time, minding your needs. And like I said, your heart is making a big comeback. Oh yeah, you've made a ton of progress here. Ace of Cups, you were emotionally detached for a while and specifically unavailable for a while. And Ace of Cups, Queen of Cups, oh yeah, this Virgo's making a big old comeback. You must have done some quality healing, my friend, to go from an 8 to an ace and to a queen, because I think this is more in line with who you really are. You like to be open from the heart. Okay, naturally receptive of feelings from yourself and from others. Naturally sympathetic, empathetic, and you could even say it's sensitive. But for this Virgo, you seem to be accustomed to it. You might have a lot of water in your chart that you're comfortable with. But you're a big old feeler. But you have been away or unavailable for a while. Oh yeah, no, your cup is almost full. Your cup runneth over soon. If you're not there yet, already you will be soon. Okay? And as I say, as the heart becomes so full, it starts to overflow, and that's when it wants to break off and become a 2-cup system. Okay? So just to let you know, that's where you're headed, and you look great. Oh yeah, I bet you're waking up, right? Feeling more in tune with your feelings and where you find yourself at present and loving yourself, right? Being kind to yourself. It's beautiful. Over here, Knight of Wands, 4 of Swords, 2 of Wands. Look at that nervousness. And it's low key. It's not that bad. I've seen worse. Like I said, they're bouncing around on one foot. Approach, not approach. Approach, not approach. Approach, not approach. Yeah, long story short, someone wants to approach you. I see it. The energy's bright. It's lit. And then it cools down, 4 of Swords, and then withdraws. 2 of Wands, here we go. We're back to the should I approach position, and it looks like it's more of an active decision here soon enough. It's not a coincidence that it seems to be trying to line up to your availability. Should I approach? No? No. Damn, I was really feeling it. Okay, I'll back off. Now we're back in it. So I would say expect some contact soon. Over here, Judgment, 7 Swords, 4 Pentacles. Yeah, you know this person to some extent, and they know you to some extent. To how much? I don't know. To what degree? I don't know. They could be that person you see once a week at your local coffee shop, and they have an idea of who you are. This could be someone that you've always been on friendly terms with. I don't know. But the thing is, they've been going in and out in their energies towards you for a while. And Judgment, 7 Swords, 4 Pentacles. They haven't let go of this idea of interacting with you or you with them. But neither one of you has given into it either for I don't know how long. So again, it's working both ways. It's not that they're just aware of you. You're aware of them. You've had as much opportunity to approach them and start something just as much as they have. But you backed off because, hey, in some way you recognized you weren't available or you weren't ready. They were picking up on that, and they were matching your energy. So we have a feeling here, but they weren't full-on signals. More like cues, subtle cues. But yeah, Judgment, 7 Swords, we've always leaned away from making the decision, but we didn't actually let this go either. So, like I said, in some way, you two are aware of each other. And you've both been kind of dancing around the same subject. But it seems that they're getting a little more confident in approaching you. Absolutely. And it's not a coincidence that you're almost ready to be fully receptive. Now, I'm not saying you have to be with them. It could be in the general sense. But I see where you refrained from this too. You said, I'm not ready. And you weren't. To your credit, you weren't. And they were looking at you and like, they're not ready. So, yeah, you two are matching energies a little bit there. And that's good. I say that's good because, you know, we want something to have a chance, not immediately, you know, fall or fail. Oh, and 3 of Wands, waiting. That's okay. Waiting was correct in this instance, if that was the case for you. A whole bunch of other ones fell out, but that's what I was supposed to see. Waiting. Yeah, we weren't ready yet. That's okay. That's okay. Let's get some advice, please, for Virgo. Ten of Swords, Nine of Swords, Queen of Swords. Oh, yeah. You had some very loud, I'm assuming that's you, dialogue in your head for a long time. A lot of stress around an old ending. You reflect on it often. In fact, you get caught in your head about it often. You overthink it. I know it's easier said than done, so I don't want that to come across as an accusation. But I'll tell you what, this Virgo has picked that carcass over. As someone who is largely responsible for creating the Thanksgiving magic, I get it. You don't want any of that bird going to waste. So you pick it over. You pick it clean, right? Anything that's salvageable can be used for leftovers. Yeah, you're going to pick that bird clean. I'll tell you why, because it represents hours and hours of work for one day. I get it. So that's what you did. You had a carcass there and you picked it clean. But you wanted clarity, and that took time. I'm just kind of saying your background process here. And that's one of the reasons why you were Eight of Cups. It stands to reason. I want to understand every nook and cranny of that ending. Why it was so painful, what I learned from it, so on and so forth. Make sense of it all. I got it. Five of Swords, the Hanged Man, Four of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, I'm telling you, I know you're aware of this person. You could have approached them at any time, but you saw it and you checked it. You checked yourself. So there's that Four of Pentacles. And in some way they played into that too. I don't want to set myself up for self-sabotage. I know I'm not ready. I know I'm not available. And that's beautiful thing about the Eight of Cups, that if you allow a little bit of insight, if you're not in denial about it, you can honestly say, I'm not available, and mean it, and know that's your truth. That also gives you this beautiful point of view of knowing when you've returned. And that's exactly where you are. So you are aware of this person. Let's be clear. And you got the vibes. They did too. They matched your energy. Okay. Virgo's not approaching. They're not giving me clear signals. I'm not gonna. And that's because you had that foresight. Anything right now would be self-sabotage, and you would have been correct. Okay. Okay. Very good. Good job, Virgo. But now it seems the tables have turned. We can move in the other direction if you're so inclined. Ace of Wands, Ten of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. Absolutely. Communication lines are about to open beautifully. Ten of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. You can speak for yourself, independent, no doubt. Them too, I'm sure. Ten of Cups, Eight of Wands. Yeah, this is how you two know each other. You have overlapping inner circles. Your family or friend structure knows their family and or friend structure, don't you? Found it. I was already say, it's not necessarily new and it's not old. It's not like an ex, but it's not a total stranger that you see once a month at, your yoga class. No, it's somewhere in between. It hasn't gone there, so it still qualifies as new, but they're still known. They're a known entity to some extent. And there we go. We're opening up. We're talking. Saying I can speak for myself. And get that energy going. I'm ready. Feel good. We're confident here. I love it. I absolutely love it. '28, expectation. You have a lot of expectations for yourself. I would just say standards, certainly, boundaries. But above all, a measured sense of self. You have a right to have expectations, so long as they're reasonable. And you've had very reasonable expectations. Okay? 28. And then you go into a 29. The romantic female. The one who's open to romantic inclinations. Good job. Congratulations. That is wonderful. Sudden wealth? Okay. So to me, all I'm seeing here in this context, yeah, you might have a little extra sudden wealth, maybe. A little extra income. I don't know. That could be the case for some of you. But what I'm seeing here is the jackpot 777, fortuitous. It's just the right time, I believe. Old man, shark, survival power. Old man, that's interesting. So old man, you could qualify for those demographic or characteristics of old man. Let's just say middle-aged and older. Someone who has a lot of expectations, responsibilities. Okay, a lot of inheritance perhaps attached to you. Yeah, there's that. Could be you're connecting to, or you'd like to connect to someone who meets those qualifications, someone who's older, mature, responsible, that kind of thing. Then we have shark survival power. Some of you, it's like, look, you know what it is to be in survival mode. You know what it is to feel attacked. You had to recover your power, your energy, right? Get out of that fight or flight response. Now, in the positive setting, the shark is empowerment. I pursue I pursue what's mine. I pursue my enemies, or I will conquer my enemies. I'm the intimidating one. But for others, it's like they feel attacked and loss of power in a state of survival. And for some of you, that might be where you feel that you were mentally. Okay? I don't think you're there anymore. I do not. We don't need these today. V, S, Q. We have double medallions of Scorpio, one of Taurus. You might have these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to, or the seasons might be important to you. Obviously, we just exited Taurus season, and I'm seeing most of this take place prior to Scorpio season. So no, I don't think it's that far out. I think I'm looking at placements today, either from within you, or perhaps this person over here, the one that's jumping around on one foot, wondering if now's the time. Yeah, you'll find out soon enough. All right, Virgo honey, I do hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Capricorn, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Capricorn in their person. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board. What is that? Explaining the intro, reverse energies as you see fit. 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, the High Priestess, look at you. Over here, the Moon, Ace of Swords, Clarity, the Emperor. Oh, okay. Shared, if there is any, Page of Swords, 3 of Wands. Oh, Devil. There you are. How you doing? Okay. Overview, Death. Okay, fair. From your point of view, this is a non-situation. From your point of view, it's over. This is already in your rearview mirror. Now, death is in your overview. That tells me you're aware of it. It might have happened recently, but from your point of view, done. No contest. Done. Now, that's not to say you don't have feeling for it, but your perspective once more dictates a sense of finality. All right. And I can see why you would think that. I do. You have every reason to. And mind you, you've got a lot to do. This isn't your only subject that you would contemplate or dwell on anyway. 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, the High Priestess. Wow, look at you. You're living a very intuitive life right now, but one that works for you. You clearly get good results. 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, High Priestess, your intuition has led you here to this foundation where you currently thrive, exist, and you're very active in it. So the foundation isn't just your personal home, career, finances, it's all those things plus what you're connected to, network, resources, community, so the bigger picture. So you very much have a thriving bigger picture, and what led you to it was this, allowing yourself to be open to your feeling, that kind of internal guidance system that's a little tricky for a lot of people, but you made a whole way of life out of it. I know what I'm connecting to and why, right? And I feel it first. That's what led me to my work, my career, my kind of productive self. Everything is because I listened to myself first. But also, you're not silent. 8 of Wands, you put it out there into the world. So you reinforce your intuitive process every day. And it's led you into this highly functioning, well-organized 10 of Pentacles. It's wonderful. Well done. And you still maintain this to this day. This way you operate, this way of life. It makes sense to you, and it has done well for you. Okay, so beautiful there. Now here's the bit. Here's the bit. The Moon, Ace of Swords, the Emperor, unbeknownst to you, because it's not your moon, it's someone else. They're working through a truth. Ace of Swords, the Emperor. When they understand that's their truth, right? They've explored their moon energy. They've done their dark night. They've gone through the uncomfortable self. Okay? They're going to have a new truth. And the Emperor, they'll be so bold as to claim it. It's empowering. This is something that they needed to do. They will be better for it. But yeah, they're coming to terms with something. And it's not easy. But when that's done, when that's complete, we'll have clarity, I believe, that's presented to you. But right now, you don't know to look for it. You don't know to see it or seek it out. From your point of view, this is done. It's finito. Your intuition and communication skills go towards your existing 10 of Pentacles. The stuff that you understand, not the stuff that you don't. Make sense? So you're not trying to feel this one out, right? No. No, no, no. It's like, no, I use my superpowers for the stuff that's active. Thank you. I agree. It's a good use of your time, energy, and effort. A lot of people spend way too much time trying to use their intuition for things they don't understand. It's beyond their control. You use it for the stuff that's within your control. All right. So yeah, the Moon, Ace towards the Emperor. When the time is right, this person will step up, be empowered, and reveal their truth. A lot of work went into it, so I respect that. Good for them. Between the two of you, well, here's the thing. It's more you than them. Even though your power card's there, that's them looking at you. They keep an eye on you. You might even say routinely. You know, I don't know if it's obsessive, but I would definitely say it's routine, a habit. But here's the deal. As they do this, as they look at you, in some way it lends to their process of discovering whatever it is that they need to discover about themselves in a real, impactful, and I would even say hard way. But they look at you. Page of Swords, 3 of Wands, and the Devil. You are on the other side of their insights. You are on the other side of their waiting. Okay? But I will say this, it's waiting with purpose. I know useless waiting when I see it. I call it out all the time. I have to. Otherwise, people won't realize they're doing it. They refuse to acknowledge it. Waiting is often born in hope, but ends in self-sabotage. And sometimes you need someone to point it out. So this one, I would say, is not useless waiting. Because with useless waiting, we learn nothing. Oh no, they're learning quite a bit. But they need this space from you. They need this distance with you. But yes, they check in with you routinely. It's passive eye. But it's habitual. It's often enough. Okay? But yeah, they're working through this hard truth. And I like how you showed me. I use my intuitive powers for the stuff that is within my purview, my everyday existence. I agree. That's the best way to use your intuition with the stuff that works. It's in place. You have eyes on it. You can work with it. You know it's there. It's kind of a wasted effort for our intuitive selves to try to intuitively feel our way around stuff that we understand technically is over, should be over. It's not a problem anymore. We're not looking to it. It's not in our world. There are literally other things we could be doing with our intuitive selves. So I'm glad you pointed that out. That was really cool of you. But every now and again, just to let you know, you get that tingle, that something. Your mind briefly flashes on this situation, briefly. You'd have reason to. It's not so old that you can't remember it. That ending. Just to let you know, yeah, you're still connected to this. The threads might seem really bare, but you're still technically connected to it. Okay. Let's get some advice, although I don't think you need much of it. Live life, honey. That's all you can do. You accepted it. You were brave, Capricorn. Said this is an ending. Regardless of how I feel about it, life must go on. Yeah, I got you. But being connected to you in some way did something for them. It allowed them to get confrontational with something that was deep down inside. So I still admire very much what they're going through, because they could have rejected this. It's extremely uncomfortable for some people to look in their moon. So in any way, it's kind of a compliment being connected to you. Has allowed them the inspiration, the source, to dig deep into something they needed to look into. Okay? Seven of Cups, Two of Wands, Death. Yes, from your point of view, you don't talk to them anymore. Specifically, you don't allow for the emotional availability with them anymore. This is known to you. You don't contest it. You were very clear about that. You might have some very strong Scorpio in your chart. And Two of Wands, Seven of Cups. Like, oh, I know. I know I have to cut this off. I know I shouldn't communicate. I know I shouldn't make myself available to this person emotionally. I know. There you go. What you know is remarkably straightforward. Okay. It doesn't look like you were trying to be mean. It's just you understand it. I shouldn't make myself available to them, and I know it. There you go. Page of Cups, Two of Cups, Three of Swords. You say it was a heartbreaking situation. From your point of view, there was this idea of feelings here. You knew there was feelings, but you're saying your biggest fault was that you loved them, right? I'm not saying it was a fault, but from your point of view, it's like, I know there was feelings between us. I'm the one that made myself available to them. God knows I was looking for them. But I'm the one that had more. And that broke your heart. Well, yeah, I believe you. And the reason I believe you is you cannot break what you do not have, right? I know you had a lot of love for this person. Oh my goodness. My flowers here that are new and very bold and beautiful might have attracted a particular insect. My goodness. Okay. Three of Cups, Six of Wands, the Tower. Yeah, okay. This was the coming down of egos. Yeah, massive shift here. A Tower didn't need to be there, but it is. So Three of Cups, Six of Wands is super simple. I'm enjoying myself. We're connecting, reconnecting. We're having a good time. It's fun. It's light. It's flirtatious. It's easy. It's nothing, but it's fun. A Tower. Oh, no. Ego check. Ego check for you and them. When you understood most of the love was probably coming from you. You were the one making yourself available to them. And that they were likely in some way enjoying your energy for all the wrong reasons. Light, superficial, but lacking meaning. That's why it broke your heart, right? It's like when you realized it before they did. I was already saying, it looks like you already had your insight on the situation. You already had your dark night. You already had your moon. You already had your Tower. Oh. This felt really good, but that's what it is. It's just feel-good energies. These are the consequences, right? It meant more to you, it seems, than them, and that hit you. That hit you. And then it also may have occurred to you, maybe it wasn't just you. Okay. Someone was out to have a good time and you thought you were making yourself emotionally available to the right person. Right? Surely they love me the same way. Oh. No. So this was an ego check for you, possibly, yes, and for them. And by that I mean Tower. It's like, oh, that's my bad. I thought this meant more to us both. So in a way, it hurt you, yeah, that ego bruising. But you'd already gone through it first, and then they're going through it second. Okay, actively exploring that moon. It's very uncomfortable. Oh, yes. I wonder what their truth is after the moon. I see them claiming it as Emperor. Open up, take a risk, take a chance. The Fool. 5 of Wands. Queen of Cups. The truth, we were resisting authentic connection, and we damn well knew it. We were too light-handed with the energies. We're playing with someone's heart. Yeah, that's the truth. You're playing with someone's heart. Wanting you, encouraging you to be emotionally available, knowing that it didn't mean as much. That's something that they're owning. They're coming to terms with. Okay. Oracles, you continue to live your life. You're doing well. I suppose it's rather a compliment how well you're doing, that they look at you often. They're still working through the moon, that's why, for the most part, but it's kind of like saying, what's Capricorn got going on that makes them so successful after this that I don't? Yeah, why is that? Maybe because you worked through the bullshit already. And you freed yourself from that truth. I know. It was definitely a dual mask situation. I'm intentionally encouraging you to be emotionally available to me. The other side of my face is that it doesn't mean anything. The face you see is that this is important to me and that I care about you. The other side, no. Not at all. Not at all, excuse me. So dual face, two-faced. Yeah. We all wear masks. Let's be clear about that. Masks are like hats. We all wear different hats. And if you don't think that you do, I'm going to call you a liar because you're not thinking about it. You do. We all wear different hats, different masks on any given day. How I would talk to you is not the same as I would talk to my kid versus how I would talk to a teacher versus how I would talk to a policeman. Do you see what I'm saying? We all have different sides of ourselves, and depending on the situation, who, and the context, we're going to have different roles that we play. It's different when someone deliberately shows you one side and then contradicts themselves with the other side. That is false. That's intentionally false. It's not the same as having a different role. No. It's deliberate. It's self-sabotaging, and it speaks to the moon. Absolutely. 40. The Mask. Yeah, that's the second time he's flown out in reverse today. The romantic male in the reverse. He was not this person. Say he, she, whoever they are. That was the mask they were wearing. I'm open to love. No, I'm not. I'm intentionally trying to develop feelings between you and I. No, I just want you to be open to me. This means something to me. I care about you. Actually, so this is something they have to come to terms with, and I guess you could say they're getting hit with the old karma right now, but they're working through it. So I give them that credit. I do. At some point you will know. I believe. In Shark, everybody's getting this. A matter of survival, power. You pulled through this because you understand who you are. You're not the person to fail. I see that. That's just not who you are. I see it as the Shark. You showed me. I think you got some Scorpio in your chart. You will pursue. You will survive. Okay? Yeah. Being connected to this felt, well, exactly as you might expect. Anti-empowering, but you got your power back. Fish, prosperous, absolutely. Oh, I see that for you, right there. Teeth, control, change, like pulling teeth. control, change. No, 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 that's not what I was doing. That's not who I am. No, no, no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's exactly who you are. You know, just because you're stubborn, you don't want to see it. That doesn't mean that's what I didn't experience, right? You as Capricorn. Just because you don't want to see it, that doesn't mean that's not what I experienced, and I'm telling you what I experienced. Okay. Yeah, well. Okay, let's move on, guys. Everybody's getting very long. Yours and theirs. Then it's not supposed to be this long. My goodness. I might have to rethink how often I do these, because it feels like there's a lot of buildup in the energies. Oh my goodness. Yours and theirs is supposed to be short. Return eventually. In time, there will be a return when they have a fuller, stronger grasp on their truth. Okay? But now's not that time. D, S, Q, U, W, R, and then we have the medallion of the child. Some of you have children, and it's simply confirmation. Or it feels like we were dealing with childlike qualities. You know, just stumbling around. Wanting love, wanting affection, wanting attention, but not being aware at all, or not allowing ourselves to be aware of the methods or means of how we were trying to acquire it. Like, I didn't do anything wrong. I'm just a kid. I just want love and affection. That's all. What's wrong with that? Well, you're not a kid. So if it's not the actual physical child, then it's like the attributes. Okay. Okay. All right, Capricorn honey, that's enough. Let's wrap it up. I hope this helps you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Scorpio, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me, Scorpio. Okay. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board. But as I explained in the intro, reverse energies as you see fit. Oh, 5 of Swords, 10 of Wands, 7 of Cups. Then stop doing it. That's it. I don't even know what the hell this is yet. I'm already telling you to stop. King of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, the Fool. Okay. It does take 2. That is true. Shared, Queen of Pentacles, Strength, the Empress. Yeah. Overview of the High Priestess. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You feel it. High Priestess, your intuitive self. It's your mind that's saying, do it again. Come on, you haven't opened up enough. Come on, be available to this one more time, Scorpio. Come on. Come on. This will be the time. This time. It didn't work before, but it will work this time. 100%. Listen to yourself. I know you know better. You both have issues pertaining to self-worth and being strong. That tells me you both have the ability. And who knows? Maybe one day when you two next try to reach for each other, that will actually be the right time. But now is not the time. Okay. But I know you know. 5 of Swords, 10 of Wands, 7 of Cups. Come on, let's be open to this. It's just super stressful. It'll probably end horribly, but come on, you're up for it again, aren't you, Scorpio? You're at that point right now where you're trying to talk yourself into something as we speak. You can stop right now. If it's that much of a struggle, if it's that much of a pain in your ass, if it makes you that conflicted, then it's because it's true. 7 of Cups, emotional availability, bare minimum as the interpretation, trying to make yourself available to a situation where you probably shouldn't be making yourself available. Over here, King of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, the Fool, they're playing into it. It's like, I know things are bad between me and Scorps. You know what? Fool. Let's try again. I was like, well, if you're going to try again, I guess I'll try again. You're going to open up to me and give me a little wink wink. I guess I could return it. But it's making you so tired and making you so exhausted. I know you know better. Over here, what's shared? Queen of Pentacles, the Empress. Here's the deal. You are both hyper aware of these ideas of self-worth and how you should be living up to them, not degrading them. You are both strong-willed characters. You are both accustomed to calling the shots. You are both accustomed to productivity, okay? Being of worth, value, and contribution in your everyday lives. In your everyday lives, I bet you are a rock star and so are they. But when you two are together, it seems like we forget our self-worth. Because strength is equally divided between you two. I say it all the time. Strength. It takes as much strength to push away as it does to pull something towards you. For reasons of self-worth, you two have got to learn to push each other away, at least for now. Because when you two pull each other toward yourselves, something goes wrong. Something goes wrong. And it results in the same shit where you're standing there, maybe I should give them another chance. Maybe it's a me problem. Maybe I just don't know how to carry enough stress. I don't know. Maybe I should just try harder. And they're like, despite my better judgment, here's King of Pentacles. Ten of Swords, yeah, that's a rough patch. Is it an ending? No, that can't be right. Can't be an ending. I don't do endings. No. Just fool. Open up, take a risk. Scorps, babe. Second chance, huh? Third, fourth, huh? I'm all cool with the fool. I am. But there's a difference between being the fool and being foolish. And I feel like you two are playing a very elaborate game where neither one of you wins. And you both literally know better. Okay. Let's get some advice, please. Until you know how to reach for each other for the right reasons, you will continuously connect for the wrong ones. And then results in disconnectivity. Okay? Yeah, I got you in a pattern with somebody. It's present right now. So it's either you're reading or it's not. Oh, I have that Ten of Swords. I'm getting impatient with our Ten of Swords there. We don't like that. No. No, we don't like that. So it's coming up soon. The Fool. You're anticipating it too. But you think this time it'll be different, right? It'll mean more. It must be. Why do they keep coming back around? Why do they keep coming back around? Because you keep allowing it. So right now you're using your intuition in a negative way, right? Because intuitively you feel they're going to open up any second, come back around like they always do. You know that. But then you fool yourself into thinking it's going to have more meaning or context this time, right? You two, I'll tell you what, you two are something. You two are something. The both of you, so practical, so grounded. I have no doubt you are very prosperous and productive in what you do, and the same is true for them. I know you two know better. Four of Cups, Judgment, Death, you. You know ultimately it's going to come down to your judgment because they're going to keep doing what they do. It's time for you to acknowledge your unhappiness in this cycle. It is repetitive. It feels like a closed circuit, which the fours can absolutely represent that circular activity, a closed circuit of negativity. Judgment based on your lessons. It will come through again. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I have people from Wisconsin. Yes, that's how they talk. It shows. I have all sorts of interesting accents, honey. There you are, Death. You know. You know. I want you two to be right for each other, but I don't know. I don't know if it's a case of serious person meets serious person and you two can act foolish around each other and you're a couple of knuckleheads, like you're a couple of young idiots, like you don't see it yet, you don't get it, but you know better, and so do they. You're both so strong-willed. And that's probably feeding into this. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, you do. When you're not connected to them. Them too. You're both so strong-willed, though. It's like, this time it'll be different, though. This time it's gonna be different. This time. I mean, I'm not trying to give you shit. I'm not. It's just I know a pattern when I see one, and this one can stop. I gotta tell you, honey, if anything makes you feel that bad, it's probably best. It doesn't feed you. It doesn't feed your soul. It doesn't feed your spirit. I'm not sure what it feeds. Some emotional validation on your part. There's two. King of Pentacles, Three of Wands, Three of Swords. Oh, we'll see that. Your energy's pretty consistent, and I'll give them that. So is theirs. You two know. I'll tell you what. I'm telling you, when you're on your own, you know who you are. So do they. So do they. And King of Pentacles, I'll tell you what. They didn't like that Ten of Swords. There they are again. Three of Swords, Three of Wands says ache. 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 Aching heart. They hate the distance. They hate the yearning. It hurts. When they're separated, it feels like rejection. They don't like the rejection piece with you. They don't. So one of you breaks it off, and then they come on through again, and it feels like a fresh day and a challenge. Yeah, why not? Let's chase Scorpio a little bit, and you're like, just chase me for the right reasons this time, and you know they're not gonna. So I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what the deal is, but it looks like you two are locked in a toxic pattern. Yeah. You can stop it. I see how it makes you feel. It's not giving you something here that you need. I'm calling it. You two know how to provide your own needs. You do. You don't need to be in each other's lives. There's nothing here that ties you. There's nothing that binds you. Right? I believe they're the King and Queen of Pentacles here. You're the Empress. I think you two are trying to fulfill a want that you don't otherwise have in your life, but neither one of you is in a position, or you're not able to, for one reason or another, to make it real, to make it binding. I don't know, perhaps you two provide relief by interjecting this kind of continual drama, and you haven't seen it that way. It's like it's all desire, it's all ache, but no real fulfillment. So what are you chasing? What are they chasing? Yeah? I'm looking at someone who can provide for themselves, and they can too. You technically don't need each other. So then what role have you assigned them, and they you? Ache, emotional fulfillment, so we create drama, breakups, so we have a reason to chase each other. I think. But if we can't make it more real or more substantial than this, then it needs to be left alone. You're a big Scorpio, honey. You're a big Scorpio, and you're very productive. If you want to, because let's be real, I'm saying someone here is, it stopped being believable as being attainable or getting more from it. You know that. And you feel it. So this whole self-sabotage bullshit, I gotta call you out today, baby. I don't typically see you like this. I really don't. But every now and again, despite your age and maturity and your years and your strength of will and theirs, I got two people chasing each other around like they're in their 20s in college, and they're fucking around. Like they're still trying to figure it out. No. You two. I want to say both of you too old for this. You too grown. So I would say if it makes you feel that bad, you know what to do. Judgment, you're on the other side of judgment. It won't stop until you stop playing with it too. Okay? Because they're always going to look to fill that ache and that void in your absence. The best way to reconcile drama is to create it. And if I'm looking at you, I'm looking at them. I bet neither one of you would say you're dramatic people. but you are when you're connected to each other. So if you want more, you want real, you want more substance, that's where you need to be. And you're past that point of asking it from them. You already seem to know it's a dead end. All right, let's move on. I'm not trying to be mean to you, honey. I just, yeah, take a journey, clear your head, get out of your head, get out of your environment for a little bit. Take a journey, please, for your own good. Take a journey. There's more to life than this, and honestly, you're capable, you're productive. You can take some time for yourself. But yeah, get out of your head. The journey, a metaphor. Cross, 36, burden to bear. In this oracle, the cross, okay, you can say it's hierophant, but it represents the martyr energy. A martyr. Martyr complex. I need to suffer in order to feel alive. No, that's drama. Creating fake endings so you have something to solve. You're tired of it. And I don't think you're into the martyr complex. Suffering unnecessarily. You know? Pain for the sake of it. How goth? Listen, I know Scorpio is the goth sign of the zodiac, but we don't like trends either. We're very contrary. If this is what everybody else is doing, I'm not into it. This is predictable, patternized, self-sabotaging behavior. See it. I'll know you. When you see it, you're repulsed by it. It's like, no. That's what other people do. I don't do that. Okay. But yeah, I don't think you identify with the martyr bullshit. You have a choice though. Real world, real choices, and that's the way of it. You get a little addicted to our patterns, you got to start making real choices. You can keep doing it. Door A, keep doing it. Door B, make a different choice. Choices, choices. That is life. Chutes and ladders. A, B, left, right, up, down, 1, 2. Life will always be a combination of fate and divinity coupled up with free will. Always. You can keep doing this shit. It's on your path. You make different choices, it gets off your path. But don't say, you have to suffer this cross. No, you don't. Courtship. I think you want true courtship. I think you want true partnership. Does this look like true partnership to you? Something that's stable and stays side by side. Someone who is deliberately courting you. Deliberately trying to hold your intention and increase your emotional value, right? In each other. Invest in the real world, but is actually there. Side by side with mutual interest. I think that's what you want, and you ain't getting from this situation. No matter how many times they come back around. That tells you the pattern's established. Okay, Fox. Oh, clever. Very clever. Clever. Oh, I'm sure they know how to talk to you, approach you. It's very clever. Very under the radar. Subtle. Not deliberate and outward. Subtle. Conniving. Clever. The fox has its good attributes, but not in a connection like this, no. What I can get away with, not what I actually commit to. We have L, P, K, Y, A, G. We have the medallions of Cancer, and that's it. You might have some very strong Cancer in your chart. Could be connecting to in the upcoming season, might be important to you, which is right around the corner from where we are. Some of you will absolutely know what you're going to do with this connection by then. That might be the time of their next re-entry. I have no idea. Child. Okay. The medallion of the child. Some of you have children, in which case you really need to think about your values. Particularly around notions of stability. Okay. And then, the attributes of a child, which can be positive, unconditional love, right? nurturing, affectionate, but then also childlike. False sense of dependencies, notions. I'm helpless like a child. I don't know what I'm doing. They know exactly what they're doing. I just wanted some love and affection. You're an adult. Don't act like you didn't know what you're doing. Okay, let's wrap this up. Everybody's running long on the readings today. Makes me think I need to readdress how often I do this because the buildup is wild. Oh my goodness. Forgot to do these. Exhaustion in reverse, you don't have to be. And I see that right over here. Emotional and spiritual exhaustion from the same shit, different day. I've seen it. Shocking in reverse, nothing about this surprises you anymore. There's no new revelation, no new insight, and there is really nothing here unexpected or different. You know what this is. It keeps coming back around same way. Okay. And then mistakes, misunderstood. It's like I've made mistakes, but I'm the victim here. I'm a lost soul. Give me guidance. I bet you find it yourself. Stop asking someone to hold your hand and acting like you're innocent. No. No, no, no. I made mistakes. Then stop making them. You're not a victim. Claim your life. You made your choices. Not just you, but them too. Yeah, I'm sure mistakes were made, and it's never too late to undo them or address them. You can definitely stop accumulating them. What do they say about subways, right? When you realize you've gotten on the wrong train, get off as soon as possible. That way your return trip is that much shorter. It's never too late to get off the wrong train, subway, bus, whatever. Be aware of it. The sooner you exit, the less you have to backtrack. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Pisces, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Pisces in their person. Alrighty. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board. But as I explained in the intro, reverse energies as you see fit. 3 of Cups, 4 of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. Bringing in or cutting out? Okay, the World. 10 of Cups, 9 of Swords. Yeah, okay. I shared 4 of Swords, the Magician, the Sun. Yeah, I think you both need to think about that, what you want in the greater scheme of things. You need the reminder, and so do they. Overview, the High Priestess. Yeah. Scorpio had the same card, same placement. I promise you I shuffled the heck out of these in between. Never mind what you see on camera. If you have any Scorpio in your chart, check those out. Although I can tell you it's different. But yeah, there might be some relation there. 3 of Cups, 4 of Wands, Ace of Swords. I said, you're bringing this in, and that's your thought and your action, or you're cutting this out. And it wasn't until I saw theirs, and I'm like, okay. 3 of Cups, 4 of Wands, Ace of Swords. You had the choice, to be clear. You had the choice to keep bringing some sort of relationship together. Okay? 3 of Cups, 4 of Wands. That's it. Relationship, as 2 people define it. So I don't know how you defined it. Couples, situationship, marriage. It's up to you. 3 of Cups. Really basic social, emotional connectivity. I want to continue to connect to this for emotional reasons. Ideally of happiness, lightness, and brightness. Yeah, we're cutting that out. Whew. All right. It's a crystal clear thought as well as an action for you. Seeing tough Pisces today. Well, I say that because when I see tough Pisces, I get a lot of pushback in the comments. From the collective and the collective's cross-watchers, and they're both yelling at me. My Pisces would never do that to me. And Pisces is like, I would never do that. Yeah, you would. If you understood it was correct for you, yes. If you understood that, yeah, ideally you'd like to bring this together, but you're in a position where you can't, and it's also not welcome. What are you going to do? So take it resonates, leave it does not. If it's not yours, don't worry about it. Check your other placements. But yeah, I'm seeing tough, firm Pisces today. You know, it does happen. It is possible, yes. I know you. You would prefer to keep something open and alive than to cut it off. I know you would. But it seems like you're in a space of it's not really my choice. I mean, it was my choice until it wasn't. The World, Ten of Cups, Nine of Swords. This person's cycling you out, and then it's like as soon as they do it, they start to get all up in their head about it. So that tells me that they have some mental regrets on the subject, yes. They think about it intensely. The World, Ten of Cups. Well, shit, Pisces isn't here anymore. They're not in my life anymore. Ten of Cups. They indicated they would like to keep it open. I said, nah. Get out of my inner circle. Inner circle's family and friends, okay? And you got to know what's right for you, who you want to balance with, and why in the greater scheme of things. That's absolutely true. But now they're showing me they're backtracking a little bit. Nine of Swords. Oh, God, oh, God, oh, God. What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? So closing something out is one thing. Learning to live with it, that's different. They're not necessarily hand in hand. Yeah. You seem to be accepting the truth, although I saw your preference prior to it. Between the two of you, Four Swords, the Magician, the Sun, and I absolutely agree with that. You both need to quietly reflect. Four Swords is quiet, internal reflective process that's healing light. You do it your way, they need to do it their way. And give some good thought about what it is you want, specifically around this idea of happiness. You, would it have really made you happy to continue to bring this together? Them. Would it have really made you happy, if I'm talking to the cross-watcher, to keep Pisces in your life? I understand the nervous energy there, the anxiety. Oh God, what did I just do? Yeah, it's the responsibility of the thing. It's very easy to close a cycle out, honestly. It's what happens afterwards. The stress. Some people, they really are done. Like they're done. They've been done. They checked out a long time ago. Everything else is detail, making it actually complete in the real world. And they're done. They had already done the reconciliation work around the subject. For you, though, it looks like it's just begun. So you both have this opportunity, and it is a good opportunity to take some much-needed time for the self and ask yourself, truly, what is happiness? And was I achieving it being connected to them? So I guess I am speaking to the collective as well as the cross-watcher, because I got to tell you, mutual points, both sides. To be clear, I read for the collective. Yeah. Honestly, it's fair. Both sides. Would it have really made you happy to keep Pisces here? There's a reason you close this out. And for Pisces, honey, you accepting the decision or not, would it have been a happy thing for you to keep this together? Just because you can see it swinging the other direction doesn't mean ultimately it's what made you happy. So think about that. What is happiness, and were you finding it in each other? Because if you had, I sincerely doubt things would be like this. Listen to yourself, okay? The Moon, that's your dawning. Right there on the split, your power card. Ace of Swords, there's your truth is in there. I promise. Ace of Swords. You have your own truth as well. Would this have really made you happy to stay connected to it? Two of Wands, Ten of Wands, the World. See, yeah, there it is. The World, outstanding pressure here. Two of Wands, Ten of Wands. Yeah. For this person. A lot of pressure here. A lot of pressure, whatever that means to them. And not able to communicate it effectively, what that means. How to clear it up, how to make things better. Perhaps they were beyond that point of being able to convey it. I know it's not very attractive, but that's the truth of it. And we have that much internal pressure. Yes, it is best to cycle something out when you don't know that you can work through it anymore, or that you have the means or the words, or even the inclination. But the stress of it's there, you know, and that's to work through. That needs to be worked through. Bit by bit. Why we did it. What was actually going on with us. And why we need to take responsibility for these cycles. Okay? Ace of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. It's okay. Pisces, I do believe that you were trying to be agreeable over here. Eight of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Wands is almost like you're saying, whatever it is you want to do. That tells me quite a bit right there. You still have your own truth you need to work through. Okay. That tells me a lot, though, when somebody says, whatever you want to do over a serious subject. I gotta tell you, I think you were emotionally detaching in a more substantial way. Not so much that you couldn't see keeping this together a little bit longer. But Eight of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, it's a very slow detachment for you. But you were still trying to communicate. Okay. Three of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Nine of Cups. There is a pressing desire here for friendship on both sides. I'm not saying you have to. Okay? Yes, whatever this is, perhaps is better calibrated to friendship authentically. Okay? So I can see if we're going to be in each other's lives as friends, and you both have to mean that, wish fulfillment. There's a lot of things you two agree upon. You have a lot of shared interests, but that doesn't mean you're meant to be long-term partners. Okay? You can both be really, really into pizza and the band Fish. That does not mean that you two can make a lifetime with each other. A lifetime of connectivity and that kind of thing. Everybody's into pizza and, well, I believe a lot of people are into the band Fish. But you get my meaning. It's not enough. But I think you two have a lot in common, yes. So if it would make you happy, and I mean authentically, no bullshit, no lies, happy to see each other in each other's lives as friends, and you can both mean it, then hey, there you go. That's the Four of Swords, the Magician, and the Sun working for the both of you. You know what? I think we are better suited as friends, and I mean that, no bullshit. And the other person's like, same. No bullshit. Friends. Legit. Okay? There you go. Think about this authentically. It's almost like you can't imagine being fully disconnected from each other, because I think at the core of it, you two probably are better suited as really good friends. That would explain your slow emotional detachment and your hesitation. I think it would, yes, absolutely. As Pisces, yeah. Yeah, but perhaps it was hard for you to put that into meaningful context. Pain, second chance. There it is. Pain, second chance. That is not a flip out. All right. Pain and confusion over the second chance. It was hard for you. It was hard for them. Should we give this another chance? Yes, but perhaps in a very different way. And then we can avoid the pain. And by second chance, have this thing reborn as an authentic friendship. And then you can be in each other's lives in a healthy way, in a happy way even. But second chance as is, no, cause nothing but pain. And I think you, or one of you, arrived to that conclusion. The other one is still catching up to it. Okay? Alrighty. I know this, honey. You're intuitive. You're going to feel your way around the nuts and bolts of this pretty quickly. 26, great fortune. Wonderful. If that's you, congratulations. Change, occupation. Some of you have been working very hard. So this wasn't great fortune that was just handed to you. You've been working very hard. I hate to say this, but like a slave driver, here we have the bullwhip with intense occupation, heavy work. Some of you have been working so hard for your foundation and personal sense of security. And maybe you two stopped fitting into each other's lives. You wanted more for yourself and you wanted to give more energy to that. Founding yourself, increase your own sense of stability. You were headed in the direction of change and you didn't feel like they were going with you or that they were headed down that road. Perhaps they wanted to emphasize family, 10 of Cups first, before career, and you're like, no, career first, then family, who knows? But you were in a space of, I'm on the precipice of great change in my work, my career energies. This is where I need to put more of myself. Oh, yeah. These are real choices, guys. These are real choices in life. Neither person is right or wrong. It's just, what do you value first? And if your values don't match in terms of priority, your hearts might be in the right place. But perhaps you're better suited as friends, yes. Like I said, you have a lot in common, but that doesn't mean you're overlapping on the same subjects at the same time. I think you two are in a different place in your life. And that's okay. It's not a threat. It shouldn't be perceived as one. This is where I'm at, and this is where you're at. Neither one of us is wrong. But we're wrong if we continue to stay in something neither one of us is completely on board with. Correct. Okay, this, that, and we don't need the other ones. We have Q, B, N, U. We have the medallions of Scorpio, Leo, and Aries. You might have any of these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to. The seasons might be important to you. I see this happening as now, but the next season that we pulled here today would be Leo, technically. But no, I see this happening now. Pisces, and I guess even crosswatcher. I do hope this helped. I promise. There is a good friendship underneath all this. It is possible for you two to stay in each other's lives for the right reasons. Absolutely. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Cancer, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What's up? Show me, Cancer. Once more, we are running late into the afternoon. No surprise there, am I right? But like always, where you see a cut in your message, I promise you we'll pick right back up where we left off. What's going on? A lot happens in the late afternoon for me into early evening. But you know what? That's good. It's not a complaint. It's the simple, sweet stuff that makes up my everyday life, you know? I have a designated time I need to pick Cinnamon up from daycare. Daughter comes home from school. I start coordinating dinner, stuff like that. So that's what happens for those of you who want to know. All right, your side of the board. But again, reverse energies as you see fit. The Sun. Page of Wands. Death. That's with the heaviness of the energies today. What's going on, you guys? You're like, well, it sucks for me too, Christina. Look, nobody's happy about that. I'm not. No, you're not. Queen of Swords. The Lovers. 9 of Wands. It's horrible. Okay, shared 5 of Cups. 2 of Cups. The Moon. Overview. You got me all upset for you. Like I was hurting on your behalf. Nuh-uh. I take it all back. I take it all back. Think the sunshine could be that strong, that brilliant. It's over. It's over, Christina. I'm telling you, it's over. Then why are you still trying to connect to it? What? You heard me. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. 3 of Cups. Connecting, reconnecting. Oh, we got real tense in this room. Oh, yeah. No, you want to. And I'm not trying to laugh at you. I'm not. The fact of the matter is it's not over. You got one of the big mystery jobs today. No, the spiritual and emotional connectivity, the kind that you can't actually see or interact with, it's just felt or impressed upon you, that's still alive and well. I think what I'm seeing is a transforming connection, not one that's over. That's what I think. You still desire to connect to it. And whoever they are would be pissed off for me saying it, but they would too. Yeah. I see I'm not just out here spilling your secrets. Oh, that I can see why. They got a tough game face. Tough. Sharp. Maybe a little outwardly rude, perfunctory, to the point. Fuck you. And I mean it. Oh yeah, no, they wouldn't appreciate me telling on them. But your energy's here speaking for itself. This makes me so happy. This makes me so happy. It makes me feel so alive. Sunshiny happiness, warmth. Yay. I would love to be open to this and continue to be open to this. Thank you, Death. Yeah, it's hard going from that, the warmth of the sun, the happiness, to it's cold, it's nothing. Now, typically when I see an ending anywhere near the sun, it's like, really? Are you sure? It's kind of a direct contradiction. That's why I'm not convinced that it's over. For you, emotionally, it feels devastating, but I believe it's transforming, yes. Over here, Queen of Swords, the Lovers, Knight of Wands. That's a tough one. That's a tough cookie. Yeah, they can be a little cutting, a little edgy. But the Lovers is at the heart of the reading, literally. The Queen of Swords precedes it. That means they know exactly who you are. To them. And they reject it. No, it cannot be. We are not a thing. We are not lovers. In fact, block. But they know. They know. They probably wish they didn't know, but they know. They're hard-headed. I get it. Yeah. They know. So you're saying it's over. I'll never feel the sun with them again. And they're like, I'll never accept that connection in my life again. In fact, it wasn't one. It wasn't a connection. Over here. 5 of Cups, 2 of Cups, the Moon. Yeah. There's spilled cups on both sides. Let's be clear about that. There's aches and pains and grievances on both sides. Loss and regret felt on both sides. Fuck-ups on both sides. But you both love each other. Let's make that clear. Okay. Now, feelings aren't everything. I agree. The Beatles said, beautifully, all you need is love. I politely disagree. And that's coming from someone who's water-oriented. I know it takes more than love. Now, love is a powerful motivation, which can encourage us to do anything and overcome any odds. Absolutely. But the love is felt. But sometimes we need more than to feel it. We need more to make this work. And the Moon, what neither one of you sees, like I said, you got one of the big mystery jobs today. What neither one of you sees is how this thing is still changing. It's still transforming. Ergo, my conclusion to you, your desire to still connect to this is valid. Theirs is too, although they would probably rather die than admit it. It's true. Their energy is so square, it's so sharp. But yeah. I think it's transforming. I think it's evolving. Neither one of you knows what its final state is yet. In other words, it's yet to be revealed. You're still subject to the Moon, the both of you and them. In other words, you can't fully see it, neither can they. I know you feel cold and a loss for a huge power source here. I get it. But I sincerely doubt it will stay this way. And for them, from their point of view, they're going to block this forever. I sincerely doubt that is their truth, even though they act like it is. But let's be clear. Hurt, upset, mistakes, misunderstandings, and spilt cups, spilt emotions. I took your emotions for granted. You took mine for granted. This is where I fucked up with you. This is where you fucked up with me. That's on both sides. Both sides. You were both subject to this, but the love is still there. So, tarot math. I refer to it all the time. 5, 3, 2. 3 and 2 equals 5. We're mourning the 3 that was spilt. The 2 remain. This is the shit that goes through my head every time I do a reading. All the time I'm seeing all this plus interpretations. It's not done. But eventually there'll come a day when this does actually reconnect. Hopefully it'll be in a more complete or realized state. One that either functions better for the both of you or bare minimum allows to give you both peace over this subject. But you both still have inner work to do. You have more deep diving. They have more deep diving to do on the same issue. And so long as one or both people remain resistant to understanding what happened in the past, the longer that transformation is going to take. Okay, but it is possible. Oh, I'm a romantic at heart, but I'm not a hopeless romantic. Very reasonable. I give this reasonable odds, yeah. I don't like giving people false hope. I don't do that shit. But we cannot deny that you had one of the big mystery jobs today. And this is tarot at its finest, the unknown, what is not seen, what we understand on the surface versus what's going on underneath it all. Death, rebirth, cliche. But it involves the spirit, the emotional self, the mental self. So these are some powerful cliches. Advice. And here we go. Here's that pause. And cheers. We're back. Just felt like doing a cheers, having a drink. I needed it for my voice anyway. I realized, yeah, this probably looks massive on camera. This is my 40-ounce Owala. I love it. It is literally with me every day. And I have about 2 of these a day. Got to get the water intake, guys. It's so essential. No, I don't just drink coffee all day. All right. Getting back to your reading. Let's get some advice, please. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Judgment. Temperance. Page of Wands. Told you. Big mystery jobs. And it'll come back around. It seems in a better position than we last left it, in a space of temperance, patience, insight, and understanding. But let me tell you something. Don't hold your breath either. You got to live life so do they. Right? It will not do to sit there and dwell. When is it going to come back through? When does it come back through? And I know you still feel that 3 of Cups because you can still remember the warmth that you felt, that happiness, that inexplicable high happiness in being connected to them. So it does not do to dwell on time. However, the only real clue is right around here. You both, to some extent, have to be willing to deep dive into this subject and understand where we went wrong and why. And what remains is love. But yes, judgment, temperance. But like I said, don't hold your breath. And that's not a challenge. Don't take it as one. It's not meant to be an insult. I'm saying you got a life to live. Right? Yes, it seems if it comes back around, it comes back around or has the opportunity to in a much more healed state. Oh, all day with this explosion of energies. King of Wands, King of Pentacles. We're still attracted to this. We know this. This is our truth. We consider ourselves, somebody here considers themselves to be very stable, very capable. I get that, very productive, but the attraction's real. We still feel it. We're still in tune with it. Okay, I got that. That's fair. All right. Let's try that again. In a more calm way. The Moon. Eight of Cups, Four of Pentacles. The truth is, you know, we walked away, but we still hold on. It's part of the moon, the both of you. You both technically walked away, but you both still hold on. Okay. Temperance, give it time. Trust me, I'm one of those people. I do not believe inherently that time heals all wounds. I think it dulls the pain, yes. But that doesn't mean anything's healed. But in this respect, time needs to move forward before this can reemerge. There's yet more to unpack in all this. Of the self first, with them second. Ace of Swords, Nine of Cups, Page of Cups. And then there will come a day where truth comes forward. Nine of Cups, Page of Cups. It would please me greatly to open up to this. And it's done so in a very simple, deliberate, forward way, where everybody can see that Ace of Swords. Okay? And interact with it as well. That day will come. When, I have no idea. I'm seeing moons everywhere. We already had the last one on the 31st. No. The next one's June 29th, and I'm still not convinced that's it. Maybe a couple more moon cycles. Maybe July. I honestly don't know. The timing is right is when the timing is right is when the timing is right. Somebody will have a pressing need to come forward and speak to what they know and what they feel. But it's not some bullshit dynamic that I saw with Scorpio, where it was self-sabotaging and it was patternized and it was frequent, in and out, in and out, in and out. This one has a sizable distance between these two characters. Okay. You, darling, I see your medallion here. Cancer, Taurus. You might be a double, triple, quad Cancer with a dash of Taurus in there, certainly. You could be connecting to as well. Seasons might be important. The next one would be yours coming up right here, Gemini season. After Gemini season, excuse me. I'm still not convinced it's June. The latter end of your season, perhaps. Okay. Wheel of Fortune and the world, absolutely. Time moves forward always. Always. With or without our opinion, with or without our approval. Time is neutral. It could care less about what we think or feel. But it's going to move forward. So make the best use of your time. Doors closed, doors open, and some of them reemerge in time. Okay. W-A-T-G. Gates. I'm also seeing West. Sorry, W-E-S-T-G-A, West, Gates, what, okay. Obviously, I'm just putting them together, but that just fell in line very quickly. Yes, I'm missing some letters. No, I just filled in the blanks. I know West Gates, West Gate, Gates West. I don't know. I don't know. That's just how my brain put it together. May or may not have any relevance to. Regardless, I hope it helps you. Cancer, yeah, you got one of the vague ones today. That's okay. It was full of spiritual nutrients, you know? Not calorie dense, but spiritual nutrient dense. So let's look at it that way. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.